All right, we are live. Now I'm just going to wait for people to come into the stream and I'm going to do what?
Take the
Oh, yeah, right. I gotta take off this shit. Okay. This is my first time streaming, so, you know, kind of interesting. Not really sure how this is gonna go, but this is fun. So pretty much this part is just if you are watching this stream back, because nobody's in my stream right now. I got my little thing up here, so when you see me looking over here, it's going to be because of the fact that I am replying to comments or just looking who's on my stream or anything. But yeah, if you're watching back, hi, this is my live stream, first time I'm ever doing this, and I'm going to be doing it a lot. I'm just going to be live answering your guys' questions, and I'm going to have different themes for live streams, whether it be just some like store reviews, just random e-commerce questions getting answered, anything like that. You know, it'll just be kind of fun. So I'm just gonna chill here and wait until I get some people in the chat. I really have no clue how fast. Oh, for watching. Cool. I got a good amount of people watching right now. That's awesome. Hey guys, if you can hear me and if you're excited about this, awesome. Hey, what's up, Serge? What's up, Ivana? Good to see you guys. Now, I do have a question right away from Serge213. Hey, Zach, I'm stuck with IG influencers. None of them are responding. Would you suggest I move on to Facebook? So if you are having trouble with Instagram influencers responding to you, you might just be like not doing things correctly. Whether it be you're just unprofessional in contacting them. I really can't tell you what you're doing wrong if I'm not seeing what you're messaging them. But generally, if they are Instagram influencers, they are going to be responding if you're professional because they do want money. So either you're contacting some really, really bad influencers or you're contacting them in a poor way. So, you know, just try and fix that. I do have a video on my channel on how to contact Instagram influencers. I actually have a script on there. If you actually go to my channel, it's in my Instagram marketing playlist that you can go ahead and look at. It's like how to contact Instagram influencers with script. So check that out. You really should not have too much trouble as long as you're professional and state things like I say in that video. It should be pretty easy. Hey, Joey McKelly. Nice to see you. Yeah, pretty much Serge got the right idea. Any question you may have, throw it at me. I am going to be doing store reviews in the next stream. I know a lot of my subscribers want me to review their stores, so definitely check out that next stream and I'll be live reviewing your stores on stream. Should be pretty fun. I'm excited for that. Ivana, Zach, as a newbie, is it a good idea to start out with influencers, or is there a different way that's better for newbies? There's really not a best way that's good for newbies. Now, generally what I do, if you're just beginning, and I could talk for hours on this, basically all that you have to do is go ahead and you want to test your products first before jumping into influencers, because influencers can be pretty expensive. Hey, guy with the name that I cannot read. Definitely start with Facebook first. Now, right now is a weird time for Facebook because their whole like data mining thing is pretty bizarre. I don't think that should influence your results. Go ahead on there, try out some engagement advertisements for your products that you're doing just to make sure that there's enough audience interest. Try a bunch of different audiences, and once you feel that you have a product that people are pretty interested in, then you can go ahead and move on to influencers. Now, influencers are getting very saturated and they're pretty difficult, so you really need to make sure that you have a winning product that hasn't been done to crap before, and that you've just targeted the right people within that influencer. So like I said, there's not really a good way to just start out from scratch. There's not like one specific way, but what I'd highly recommend is doing Facebook engagement ads, making sure that your products are good, testing a bunch of different audiences, different like product images for the product as well, and then jump over to Instagram influencers and try those out. And Instagram influencers aren't guaranteed, so if you're not getting anything with those, you might be doing something wrong, but you also just might not, you know, have a good niche or market that works well. So Joey McKelly, what is the best way to run print-on-demand ads? I run a store with custom hats, shirts, hoodies, and sweatshirts. Tried out 3 different Instagram influencers with no luck. Would Facebook be better? Once again, this is a question that I can't really answer straight up because it's really different for everybody. Jeff, pretty much with print-on-demand ads, I see them work really, really well on Facebook. And I mean, there's not really... It's not that complicated from what I've seen. Now, I haven't run print on demand, so it's kind of hard for me to just straight up be like, oh, yeah, you got to do this, this, this. But pretty much, I mean, as long as you run it, a simple advertisement just showing the product, making it very clear, having a little engaging copy at the top, as long as you're in a passion niche, people should respond well to it. So your Instagram influencer posts may just be either your product's not that good or your posts just simply are not, the best. So try out more, go on Facebook and see about that. I think Facebook is definitely great to get an idea for who's really, really liking your stuff. So just get a nice picture of your products and put it on there. And if you are in a passionate niche and if it is a good design, people will respond to it, and then you know you have a good product and your influencers just aren't the best. So that kind of goes hand in hand with the previous answer, or my previous answer to the question of like, how does a newbie start out, right? So Dennis says, my name is Dennis Schultz. I need help with my business niche. My passion is martial arts and law enforcement. You have good videos and content. Well, thank you very much. Those niches definitely aren't way too saturated. I haven't seen many stores doing them, so if you do want to get into them, as long as you do them right and you put a lot of work into the actual branding aspect of it and don't just have like a general crap store, you should do pretty well on that. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and make my face bigger. Just because of the fact that I'm not using my screen right now. So when I actually have to go on and show you stuff on my screen, I'll just fix that. But here, I'm nice and big. Here we go. I have an Instagram page with 10,000 followers. How many sales will you get? I'm not really sure what that means. Like, is that your business page for your brand? If you have 10,000 followers, that's pretty good. As long as you're posting good pictures, you can get a lot of passive sales through that. But I'm not really sure what you mean. So if you could specify, that would be great. Zach, have you heard of Facebook banning people for using others' videos for their own ads? I feel ultimately to survive, original content is going to have to be created. Surge213, I agree. Now, it's Facebook and Instagram, which is owned by Facebook, have definitely been cracking down on branded content being stolen by other brands and used, and I definitely think that obviously the way around it is to create your own content, and that's definitely something you need to look into. Now, if you are taking just from I'm trying to think. So on Instagram, right, I was doing this test, and if you steal pictures from a business account, right, and they have put these pictures into Facebook and been like, hey, these are my pictures, if you see it anywhere else, take it down, like, help me here. You can't post those, right? You need to put credit. You need to do something, right? If you just steal the video or picture and pass it off as your own, you're really not going to, you're going to see some kind of repercussions, especially if you're taking it from a really, really big brand like BuzzFeed or any of those brands. So ultimately, yeah, I feel it's going to get even worse down the line, and you just really, really need to focus on creating your own original content, which it's personally just the better option overall, because when you are creating your own content, you can take your own creative direction and just decide what you think is going to be better for your audience, how to best show the product that you're selling, right? So you would want to put in the work to actually make your own content, and I've definitely done that throughout it was very heavily within the past couple months. I was ordering a ton of products, taking a bunch of product pictures with them, and there's definitely some great results with that. So yeah, definitely consider working on your own original content with that. What's the best way to make money? I can't answer that, dude. There's so many different ways that you can make money, either online or in person. That's, it's really hard for me to answer. Obviously, I've gotten my money through dropshipping. Now I'm making money through dropshipping and YouTube. So a bunch of different ways to go. The options are pretty endless. Just do a bunch of research, watch my videos. Dav, I've seen you around the past few days. Thank you so much for commenting on every single one of my videos. You are the bomb, first 1K fam. We're actually going to hit 1,000 subscribers today, most likely, which is super, super exciting. I couldn't thank you guys enough for getting me here. I really, really appreciate it, and I'm so excited to see where this channel goes. Can you do a full Facebook ad series talking about targeting and testing strategies? Yes. So I actually do a very, very in-depth Facebook ad tutorial in my course. However, I don't want to just limit that to my course, and I am going to make a separate video for my YouTube channel that's actually talking about targeting and all that stuff. So definitely look out for that. I've been really, really intending to make a video on this, like 60 minutes, probably a full hour, just talking about every single thing, because there's a bunch of information scattered all over YouTube. So it'll be really, I think, just beneficial to have everything just together. When are you doing store reviews live? Within the next couple days, I'm going to be live streaming. I'm pretty much always going to be live streaming around this time or later. Actually, hold on guys. Before I answer any more questions, Ivana, thank you very much. That's a nice compliment. When would you prefer that I live stream? Because I'm not really sure. Obviously you guys are on right now. This is 3:48 Eastern time, but when would you prefer that I live stream? More like midday, more towards the evening? What? Answer me. I'm gonna sit here and chill. As I sit in silence. I'm just reading the other comments up here too. Evening, okay. Evening. Yeah, that's what I thought. Do you think like 3:30 Eastern, like right now, is this a little too early? Should I push it back a couple hours? Oh yeah, and to answer that question, in the niche, the dog niche, you get 3,000 likes. I can't tell you how many sales you're gonna get, but you know, that's just always, it's a pretty popular niche. So if you can do things right and actually sell really good products, you can succeed in there. I think you do have potential to get a lot of sales if you do your content correctly. 249. Will they be recorded? Yeah, they will be recorded. This is going to be up on my channel. You can watch the entire thing over again. Every stream is going to be like that. Your evening would be great. Okay, so what I'm considering then is for most of my streams, I'm going to do them around, I have a class 3 days a week right now that ends at 6:30. So I think 7 p.m. Eastern time should probably be good. It might fluctuate a little bit, maybe a little bit earlier, a little bit later, depends. But Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do have class until 6:30, so that would probably be a little bit later than everything else. Okay, I mean, that's pretty much it. Just looking at my stream was kind of lagging a little bit. Ooh, okay. So I'm ready for more questions. Now that we got that settled, I'm going to go around 7 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you have that down because I really want to see you guys in my streams. These are really, really fun. I like doing these. So more questions, hit me up. I'll help you out. If we do run out of questions, I can do some more store reviews in here because store reviews, I never really run out of things to say. Keep working hard. You're doing a fantastic job and all. Just pouring in. Thank you for sharing it. You're welcome, Dev. It's people like you that make me want to do this. Just showing your appreciation. That's awesome. Yeah, live streaming is cool. I need to figure out how to get a good setup. Right now, I'm just using my laptop camera, and as you can see, the quality is not that great. So I need to figure out how to fix this and make it better, especially if you guys do like the streaming. Okay, Job John, comments on print on demand. I think it's fantastic, okay? So with dropshipping, a huge problem is that you're selling products that a lot of other people are selling. Now there are ways to find unique products, ones that have just come up. But with print on demand, if you are creative, if you can just really get into the head of what people in your niche would like, I think it's fantastic. It has great potential to make viral products. You can see what's kind of trendy and then turn that into something that can be printed. It's got great potential. Now, you have to be careful. Copyright laws. If you are a designer, yeah, you're you're set. You can design your own clothes. If you aren't a good designer but you have ideas, just collaborate with an illustrator, possibly get them in on something so you can work with them throughout everything to get that consistency. But print on demand, I think, is always going to be around. It's never a fad. I think it's awesome. Just make sure that your quality is good across the board, website, actual products, designs, stuff like that. How much money do you make a day and how long did it take? So I don't really want to just like straight up disclose my finances right now, but I do make decently over $100 a day. Now I'm going to be straight up with you guys, especially on my stream, because you guys are probably the most dedicated people. I have dialed back more my dropshipping venture to focus more on YouTube. Now this has reduced some of my money through dropshipping and then increased it through YouTube. I just really like the teaching aspect of things, and I have been doing dropshipping for a while, and I wanted to kind of like shift things. I am still always going to be dropshipping. Right now what I'm doing with that is more experimental stuff. I'm experimenting a lot with free traffic through like SEO, Instagram, a bunch of stuff like that. So it has dropped my sales, but I'm still around the point of over $100 a day pretty consistently, and you know, that's pretty nice. So it took me, so I started this about a year and a half ago. I'd say this specific venture. Now I've always been working on making money online, whether it's just be through like eBay, reselling stuff from thrift stores and everything, but the actual like drop shipping business has been around for about a year and a half, and it took me about a year to start making some pretty consistent good money. So, ooh, a lot more comments. Okay. What are your opinions on general versus niche stores? I know many people preach niche stores, but I don't want to be limited. I do consider transitioning into a niche store once I find a winner. Yeah. So I definitely recommend, if you have no idea what to sell, try a general store. Now, here's the thing. I have a bunch of videos on my channel. Actually, one of my more popular videos is comparing terrible and six-figure general drop shipping stores. Definitely go ahead and watch that video. I show you some great examples of how to do general stores and how to not do general stores. Now, when you do general stores, you do want to keep a pretty general theme among them. It doesn't have to be like a specific niche, but make sure that they're pretty coherent. And yeah, go ahead and try it, see what you like selling, see what sells. And then once that works, you can either stick with the general store if it's really working for you, or transition more into a niche. I do prefer niches because they're easier to brand and just make content for in general, but that's the general strategy of it. There's really no pressure. Do whatever you want, but doing general store and then transitioning into niche is probably best. Shopify versus ClickFunnels. So I've never really worked with ClickFunnels. I do know about them. I've seen them in action. I think they're great. When you are selling products online, generally Shopify is going to be great. Now, if you're doing ClickFunnels, generally what you're going to be doing is selling like a specific product, and I think it's absolutely great for that. It's kind of the infomercial route that I like to think of it, right? Like generally, if you see an infomercial and you go to that website, it's going to be a ClickFunnel-esque kind of website where it takes you through all the benefits of the product and then presents you with the option to purchase the product. I think it's great. However, if you do want more of a diverse catalog, obviously Shopify is the way to go. I have been looking into ClickFunnels though, seeing if I could do like a test run on that, because I have seen a lot of products use that ClickFunnels strategy really well. So interesting thing. Is it a good idea to find products on Pexta, or are those products all oversaturated? They're really not saturated, and really if you were to purchase the Pexta plan, it shows you ones that are super hot that like just went live. So you have the potential to really get in on those and reap the benefits before they become saturated. I think that is the best way to find unsaturated products. Now, if you were to focus only on Pexta, it could be absolutely soul crushing because there are new products coming up all the time. And just because they're on Pexta doesn't mean that they are a trendy item. It could just mean that that page is pretty big and their post has gotten like pretty lucky. It doesn't mean that if you were to sell that product, it would perform really well too, right? Let me see. Do you use Facebook ads? Yes, I do use Facebook ads, not so much anymore. As I just explained a few minutes back, I am dialing down my dropshipping business. So now what I'm really focusing on with my dropshipping business is more the free traffic route, largely through Instagram, but I still, Facebook ads are still great. I use them for retargeting and sometimes lookalike audiences. They're absolutely fantastic still. Don't worry about that. What should I do if I do not have a credit card? I think you can pay through, I don't know. Don't listen to me on this. I think you can pay through PayPal or just some other options. I'm really not sure because I do have a credit card. I think a simple Google search would give you the answer for this question, but I think there are ways around not having a credit card. Okay. When I was using an influencer on Instagram for about 4 to 5 times for an ad post, I was making sales. 4 to 5 times for a ad post, but I waited a week after doing those posts and did the same more on this influencer again and didn't make any sales off this new ad. Please help. So I can't really give you much of a solid answer for this because it really varies between companies and influencers and products that you're selling. It could be that you already sold to everybody that had wanted to buy one, so they're already kind of tired of this. Yeah, you don't say if you're using the same product or not. I would love more information so I could answer you better, but it could be due to a bunch of different factors. I wouldn't really say that just the influencer died and you need to move on. You may have gotten unlucky. It's really hard to give a blanket answer for this question. Hi, I sent you a DM on Instagram. Can you help me? I have a pretty sweet looking store, but only 4 sales. Yeah, I'll check you out on Instagram later. So actually, here is my Instagram account. It's at Zachary Inman. Go ahead and follow me. That's just my personal account. I do want to get more followers from YouTube on my actual personal Instagram page. That'd be awesome. I'm definitely trying to kind of merge my online life with my personal life. I just think that's kind of cool. So go ahead and follow me on there. Message me. Now I am pretty busy, so I don't really respond to too many messages with a lot of detail. So definitely consider that. Your thoughts on Shopify Guru's courses? So I have a course. I'll start off by saying that I have a course, and I think Shopify Guru courses are pretty valuable, and they also suck. So let me start with the valuable part. And don't ask any more questions right now because I kind of want to talk about this for a little bit, and then when I'm done, keep the questions rolling in, right? So Shopify Guru courses. People buy the courses largely because of the fact that they really like the way that the guru is talking about just the whole thing, right? How they present the information, their personal knowledge and experience, all this stuff. Like, you guys subscribe to me on YouTube because you like the way that I present information to you. They just go the step further and purchase the course to get a whole rundown. Additionally, what courses do is they compile all of the information that YouTuber has ever done, that guru, and it puts it into one solid digestible course with a timeline that you follow and everything, right? I have a bunch of videos on my channel, and my course is about 7.5 to 8 hours long. And basically what I've done is I've just gone and started out creating a store and going down and going through the entire steps of it, marketing, back-end marketing, how to scale it up, all that stuff. So I think it's fantastic. If you really like the way that a guru is presenting the information, if you think that they're very knowledgeable, I think a course is a great way to go. If you don't have the money for a course, don't feel bad. Everything in a course is pretty much available online, but they just compile it and make it very easily digestible. So if you want to put in the work to go ahead and look for all the information on the courses, you can do that for totally free. That's fine. Now, you do have to be careful because a lot of people pretend that they know what they're talking about, and in their courses they just kind of regurgitate very basic information, and it's not going to help you beyond just like starting a store and then that's it, right? So you need to make sure that you're getting your courses from someone that's very reliable and actually knows what they're talking about. And additionally, don't overpay, right? I've seen so many courses out there that are like $500 to $1,000 for like 2 hours worth of content. That's total crap. Okay, don't pay that. If you can get like a discount on it, yeah, go ahead. But you just need to be careful out there because a lot of people are more on the scammy side, and you don't want that. Okay, that's my take on courses. Okay. If you have 3 ad sets on Facebook and you spend $5 on a campaign, it's 3 times $5. Yeah, so each individual ad set is its own thing per day. So if I have one ad set running like a specific audience right here and I set it at $5, I have another ad set starting another audience and I run that at $5. At the end of the day, I'd spend at 10 or right around $10 because each one runs on its own individual thing, right? Okay. About Shopify themes. I'm a web designer, and for me, my free themes look crap and paid themes look more like professional websites. What do you think about this? Great. So I'm actually big into web design myself. Like I've designed a few websites. Now they're not like massive things, and they're just kind of like fun little side projects, right? But I do really recognize good web design from poor web design. And what I do have to say is that generally free Shopify themes should be enough. Now, on my main store, I have a paid theme because it just presents my information in a way that I really prefer to any of the free themes. I paid about $120 for this theme, and my God, it is fantastic. But what am I trying to say here? If you don't have the money for a paid theme, don't worry about it. Free themes are totally fine, and they're actually pretty customizable. There's a bunch of different ways that you can change it, because you can go in and edit the code directly, so that's just totally fine. But paid themes, definitely, if you have the money, and if you think that they're gonna present your products in a better way, then go ahead and invest in it. I think that could be great. I'm doing two different products, one with a half off sale and then a free plus shipping. Okay, Chad, free plus shipping is very iffy. You really need to do it right. I really only recommend doing free plus shipping through email marketing, and I actually have a video on my channel that talks about free plus shipping being dead and how to do it successfully. I definitely recommend checking that out. But that can just result in some very sketchy sales. Now the half off is great. People are going to fall for that all the time, that they think it's half off. That's awesome. Do different products. Try some other products, right? They may just be kind of tired of what you're offering. Just try some more stuff. If you got that many sales, got a couple sales off the influencer before, it means that they have an audience that's, you know, pretty interested in what you're selling. So try them out. Don't really get depressed and leave them yet, because it does mean that their audience is pretty on par with the audience that you're trying to reach. So keep trying it out. I definitely recommend moving more away from free plus shipping, but you know, whatever. Twitter ads, I've never actually used them. I think they can be pretty well. I actually really like the way that Twitter has their targeting. You can target like specific followers. It's pretty cool. Now, I haven't personally done it, like I said, so I can't really talk about it. I do actually have a video on my channel. It's one of my first ones where I do talk about Twitter advertising and the perks and drawbacks of it. So definitely go look for that. I don't really remember what it is. I think it was the 3 worst advertising platforms, where I kind of over exaggerated there, but I definitely think that it does have potential. Not a lot of people use it, so look into it. Can you show us how to make profit with Facebook ads? Because when I have an item for $20 and I make an ad for $20 a day and I don't make any sales, should I kill it because the conversion rate is low? No. So to answer your second question, that means that I don't make any sales in 24 hours. Should I kill it right away? No. So advertisements take around 3 to 4 days to really start optimizing, and killing it before then really isn't that good. Now, when you're starting an ad at $20 a day, are you talking about manual or automatic bidding? If you are doing manual, you would want to put a large budget in and have the maximum bid at $20, okay? Well, the profit margin for the item. So if you have a $20 item and you're making $10 off of it, you want the maximum bid to be $10 and you work down from there. If you are doing automatic bidding and you are making like $10 off of a product, let's just say $20, right? Let's say you're making $20 profit on this. What I would recommend is to run more of a $5 ad and see if you can get the targeting down first, okay? You really want to make sure that you have the targeting down, that you have the copy down, the picture down, all of that before you start going really higher budgets. And you can start at $5, you can start rolling and then move up. Now, if you're doing conversions, I don't know if you're doing PPE or conversion ads. If you are doing conversion ads, you do need a higher budget because you need at least 50 conversions a week to optimize. So you're not going to get that with about $5 a day. But I mean, yeah, so test the smaller budgets first and then go on to the bigger ones. Probably with $20 a day. If you haven't tested a lot beforehand, yeah, I'd kill it. Kill that one now and start smaller. But generally, when you're running an ad, if it's not getting any sales within 24 hours, don't kill it. Wait 3 or 4 days. You will lose some money generally, but that time period will save some advertisements, and in turn, at the end of things, make you more money than you would be losing. So to add to that, I'd say that customers don't know what free themes look like versus a paid theme. At least I don't. Yeah, good point, Ivana. Really, they just go to a website and they're like, wow, I could buy things on it. That's awesome. And then they buy it. It's not that big of a deal. Because we are online marketers, we do notice this more. So that's probably why it's bothering us. But yeah, it's not that big of a deal, free versus paid themes. Question, PPE or conversions with new campaign, new product? Definitely PPE. You want to make sure that you have the good targeting down, and you also just want to make sure that the product is really good itself. Generally, when you go into conversion ads, you want to start with a higher budget. And if you're just jumping into things and you don't know if your audience or product is good, you can just lose a lot of money, right? So use PPE to make sure that your product is actually good, that your targeting is good, that your copy is good, that your picture is good, and then jump into conversion ads. Which audience size / interest to target? Behavior or just interest. So generally with audience size, I go for conversion ads. You generally want around, for me, I always went for around 200 to 300,000. And for interest, I would do both interest and behavior. Generally behavior, the only behavior I would do is engaged shoppers. Not a lot of people do this, but it's actually pretty good because it narrows it down to people that have actually purchased from Facebook ads before. And then interest, obviously you really want to target interest because that's what they're showing interest in. But I was not thrown out of the internet. What should I do if I do not have a credit card? Okay, just to quickly repeat, I don't know because I have a credit card. I think you might be able to go through PayPal, but a very simple Google search should be able to tell you if there are any alternatives or not. I feel like there are, but I can't tell you straight up if there are or not. What are the signs a dropshipping guru is a scam? Like the information they give. Okay, so I don't think they give false info on purpose, but I actually think this is pretty cool. So what a lot of people do is they see this as more of a oh yeah, get a prepaid card, that's good. Is what these gurus do is they see it as kind of a get-rich-quick scheme. And they're like, wow, I can just pump out these crap videos and people are going to listen to me, go buy my course, and I'm gonna get so much money. So I've seen these pop up all the time and you guys need to be careful, okay? What these people do is they start an account and then just crap out, I gotta watch my language, crap out a ton of videos that have been done a million times before. Okay, I'm talking videos like, how much does it cost to start dropshipping? Is dropshipping dead? Blah, 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 blah. All these generic videos that you've seen every other guru do, they make them within the period of a week or two and pretend they know what they're talking about. But if you watch their videos, it's very clear that they have no idea what they're talking about. They have no experience within dropshipping. They've probably like made a store, made a couple sales, and they're like, oh, I know how to sell it, right? They have no idea about branding, on how to make like an actual real business, and they're totally crap. So just look for these channels, the ones that make videos like everybody else and just repeat the same generic crap. Don't give personal accounts of anything. Once you do get good at spawning them, it's very easy. I see at least one new one every single day. They're terrible, and the problem is they blow up because they're just regurgitating the same information. I hope it catches up to them and people realize that they're totally crap, but you know, it's something I'm passionate about because I see these crap people all over the place. Okay. When are you doing the store reviews and where can I post my link? So I'm doing store reviews in the next stream, and this will be within the next couple of days. Follow me on, let me see. I'm trying to think. Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to post it again. Follow my Instagram account. What I'm going to be doing is once I start getting more followers on here from YouTube, this is my personal Instagram. Once I get more YouTube followers on there, I'm actually going to post on my stories when I'm going to be streaming that day because I don't have the community announcement thing on YouTube, so I can't really tell you. But I am going to be streaming every couple of days around 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to vary a little bit, but just look out for that. Like I said, every couple of days. I don't think I'm going to stream back-to-back days, so, you know. But then the next stream that I do, so in a couple of days, I'm going to do store reviews. So you'll just post them in the comments, and I'll go to them and review them live. It'll be fun. I make designs based on passionate audience with print on demand. Haven't started an ad yet because I don't know how Facebook is so difficult to learn. Only thing holding me back is Facebook ads. Okay. Mary, Facebook is actually pretty simple, and it's not going to seem like that when you just start out. I know for me it was ridiculously complicated when I just started out, but there are just some very basic truths that you're going to stick throughout the entirety of your Facebook ads career, whether you're just starting out or whether you're advanced. Basically, if I could give you a 60-second synopsis of how to do Facebook ads, okay, here's what we do. I'm going to talk really fast here too, so get ready. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to find a product that you really want to sell to, and you really need to think about who you're going to sell to. Think about the audience, their interests, their age range, and everything like that. When you go into Facebook ads, the first type of ad that you're going to create is a PPE ad, or an engagement ad. In this ad, what you're basically going to do is test. You're going to test your product, you're going to test your audience, you're going to test your product image, your product copy, all of this stuff you're going to test. You're going to make a bunch of these ads. So generally when you run these PPE ads, you're going to run them at about $5 a day. Generally after 2, 3, or 4 days, you should get a good feel for if an ad is working, and this would be a combination of targeting, if the product is any good, if the actual copy of the ad is good, any of this stuff. You're going to run a bunch of those, okay? And this may seem like a lot of money, and it kind of is. However, once you find a winning combination of targeting, product picture, all this stuff, you're going to switch over to conversion ads. In conversion ads, basically the gist of it is they optimize and get better the more that people convert from them, and you need at least 50 conversions from a conversion ad at least. You literally cannot go less, or Facebook isn't going to optimize. 50 conversions a week to optimize and get better. So with conversion ads, you need to run them at a much higher budget. Otherwise, people are not going to convert off of them, or you're not going to get enough conversions for the ad to optimize, and they're just going to die off in like a week or two, right? And basically, once you do that, you simply just scale up. You can do this through a few ways. You can directly edit the budget of the ad set by like 10% every 24 to 48 hours, or you can duplicate the ad set and then raise it slightly there as well. So that's a very brief synopsis of Facebook ads. It is very basic. There's a lot of crap out there, but really it's not too complicated. Just do a bit more research. Don't jump into it not knowing anything, because you will lose some money. And even if you do know what you're doing, you will lose some money. I lost about $200 before I made a sale, but it is worth it, and it is pretty straightforward. Okay. Hey, do AliExpress shipping times include processing time, or are they separate? I'm 99% positive they're separate. Processing time is just the amount of time it takes for the supplier to ship it out, and then the shipping time is how long it takes for USPS to actually bring it to the place. So yeah, they are separate. How to test with PPE. Let me go through these. For example, post engagement. Yeah, to switch from PPE to conversion, how do you do that? Duplicate the ad set. So no. When you go from PPE to conversion, you're going to make an entirely new ad set, right? But you're going to bring over the targeting and everything else from that PPE into the conversion. So let's say you targeted, so you ran a PPE ad and it got really good engagement. And your targeting for that was women aged 20 to 44 who like dogs and are engaged shoppers. You're going to bring that exact targeting over to the conversion ad, okay? Women aged 20 to 44 who like dogs and engaged shoppers. You're going to use the same picture and everything. PPE is just to test out if your audience and your product and your picture are actually good. Okay. Do you make 5-digit profits? Yearly? Yes. Monthly? No, I do not. That's something I'm definitely hoping to work up towards. Now, like I said this earlier on in the stream, but I'm definitely moving more of my efforts towards the education aspect of things over just the drop shipping, because I have been doing drop shipping a while and I want to diversify a little bit, but I also don't want to be a flash in the pan guru like you see all over YouTube. I actually want to properly educate everybody, which is why I put over a month of my time into making my course and everything like that, and I'm really hoping that that brings me up to eventually 5 figures a month. That would be absolutely fantastic. Let's see. Switch from, okay. Do you have any experience of a Burlo saying the supplier has ePacket, but then it is only to the US? How do you deal with that? I'm worried somebody from maybe Germany orders my product. It takes like 60 days to get to them. Yeah, so I actually only on Facebook, when I can actually target, I only advertise to the US because I know that's where I am, that's where ePacket goes. That's great. When I do Instagram influencer posts and I do get some worldwide shipments, they won't be ePacket sometimes, which is an absolute bummer. Now, you can block some countries from purchasing from you in general, which if you're scared, go ahead and do that. But really, it's not that big of a deal. Just make sure it's very, very well known that international orders can wait longer than other countries that have ePacket. But just state that in a way that's like trustworthy and whatnot. Usually is good. Do you recommend start with Google AdWords? Could you tell about Reddit? Okay, starting with Google AdWords is all right. If you know what you're doing. It's definitely more difficult, I think, than Facebook advertisements. Largely because of the fact that you have to deal with bids, a lot more keyword research goes into it. So I'd probably start with Facebook ads, largely to gauge like engagement and if you're actually doing things correctly, and then move over to AdWords. And then Reddit ads, I actually don't know. People talk about them like they're great. I've been on Reddit for like 6 or 7 years now, and I have really never seen a successful ad, but I'm just probably not being targeted. But I think it's one of the biggest websites out there, so it has a lot of potential. You just have to be very, very crafty with Reddit advertisements. Starting with AdWords. Facebook disabled my account. Ooh, that sucks. Yeah, you can start with AdWords. It just takes a lot of work. Now, Google does have this thing called Google Digital Garage, which is a way that you can, it's like an online certification, and it actually gives you a lot of information about online marketing. They have a bunch of different courses for Google AdWords. It's great. It's a great thing to look into, and I'd highly recommend it. Google really wants you to succeed with their platform because then they're making money. So look into it. Google AdWords is great. How many stores do I have? So I've had a few. Right now, I have one that I focus on. I made a store in my course and made some sales on that, but I don't think I'm going to pursue that store any further beyond the course. I've had about 2 other stores in the past, and then I actually work, my dad has a store too, funny enough. I got him into it, and I help him with that store as well. So quite a few, but right now I have one main store that I work on and a few different channels bringing traffic into that store. What programs do you use for upsells? Okay, really, I kept it very simple when it came to upsells. I did have some like pop-up upsell apps and everything. Those never really perform well for me. What I do actually have, and that has performed really, really well for me, is this app called Ultimate Special Offers. And basically what this app allows you to do is it allows you to put volume discounts or any other types of discounts right on your product page, right? So I used, oh my God, excuse me. I used the volume discount. So I was like, hey, if you buy 1, it's just $19.95. If you buy 2, each item is only $17.95. So you could get 2 for $35. If you buy 3, each item is only $14.95. So you can get 3 of them for $45. Or if you buy 4 more, each item is only $12.95, right? And that actually worked great. That app got me thousands upon thousands of extra dollars in sales. People absolutely love that buy more, save more. It's super, it's just, it doesn't make sense, buy more, save more, but people love it and it really worked well for me. So once again, that app is Ultimate Special Offers. I really can't recommend it enough, and it's actually pretty cheap. I've put about $200 into ads and have not made one sale. I can't figure out if it's coming from the targeting, the quality of my ads, or my store itself. Any thoughts? Well, I can, if you come into my live stream within the next couple days when I'm doing store reviews, I can tell you if it's your store or not. If it's, I really can't tell you right now either. Try a bunch of different things. Have you been split testing? If you've been trying a bunch of different audiences and nothing is working, then either your product is total crap, which I doubt, or just you're not selling it right, something's wrong. So a bunch of different things can go into it. Stop by my store review stream and I can tell you if it's your store. If it's not your store, then you're either selling a crap product or your targeting has just been terrible this entire time. Best Facebook ad for conversions. Conversion ads, definitely the purchase conversion. Now you do need to run a higher budget on this if you do want 50 conversions a week for it to optimize, but it's the absolute best. You literally can't get better than it. How can I grow my personal brand? So are you talking about like the Rocco J personal brand? If so, I'm not the best guy to come to about this, because if you go and look at my Instagram, I'm going to plug it again. I'm going to put it in the comments again because I want you guys to follow my Instagram, because I'm going to tell you when I'm streaming and give you some updates on there. I don't have a lot of followers, as you can see if you go to that Instagram link. I don't have a lot of followers, but basically to grow your personal brand, all you have to do is just post a lot of content. And this works for like a personal brand and for your actual brand of your store. Post relevant content that your followers are really going to like. Like if you are a dog page and you're selling dog products, make like 4 out of 5 pictures on your Instagram page, pictures of dogs. And then every 5th picture, something that you're trying to sell. Because people really only follow you for the content that you're posting, and then if they really like the content that you're posting, they'll go on and potentially see what you're trying to sell to them. So just make sure that you're really offering a lot of value through whatever brand you're trying to promote, and people will come and you'll grow. Okay. Pause the questions real quick. I have quite a few to get through. How do you handle PayPal holding money problem? That's a tough one. PayPal really does not like drop shippers, and you're going to see this problem a lot. Just want to make sure I'm not lagging right here. You're going to see this problem if you're drop shipping through PayPal. PayPal has not withheld money from me because I've had no chargebacks through them. I've been great for them. Shopify has withheld money because I've been drop shipping, but eventually they let that go. Pretty much there's no way around it. If they're going to withhold money, contact them. But really, if you're getting chargebacks, they're not going to be happy with you and they're not going to want to work with you. So you need to make sure that you're not getting chargebacks and that you look like you're running a legitimate business, not some scammy dropshipping store. Have you ever had a customer that says they ordered a product and they were charged, yet they never received the order notification? That happened to me. I contacted live support and they said that they couldn't find the problem with Shopify and asked me to ask the customer for a bank statement. I did that and the customer has not replied. Have you ever had a customer that says they ordered a product and were charged, yet you never received the order? Okay. So I've had some people that were like that. They're like, hey, I paid, but actually I've never had the order notification part. It might have gone to their spam folder. But generally if that happens, and I'll be like, hey, wait 2 or 3 weeks, see if it arrives. If it doesn't arrive, I'll be more than happy to send you a new product, and then go ahead and send them the product. If they're not responding, they're probably not going to charge you back. They just forgot about it. But if they are like, hey, do this for me, or I'm going to offer blah, 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 or I'm going to issue a chargeback, send them the product back, right? You're going to be out a couple bucks, but it's going to save you a lot of time. These people are a pain in the ass a lot of the time, but if you deal with them properly, you'll be all right. Okay. Have you ever made a store and got rid of it because you struggled on making money, doing good ads, and so on? So my first store, actually, funny story. I still hold off on the comments a little bit. I have 3 more to answer and then we can go back to questions. So have you ever made a store and got rid of it because you struggled on making money, doing good ads, and so yeah, so funny story. My first ever store that I made was a general beauty store, and I actually had like 150 different bags on there. I sold like purses and makeup and everything, but I thought purses were going to be like my piece de resistance. And I put 150 bags on there and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And I tried to target it and I couldn't make sales. So I was like, well, crap, this is terrible. I'm going to forget about this. But then I got really lucky. I sold one product and it actually was getting sales. It was the first time I ever made sales on this store. And I was like, wow. So I actually I dumped this store entirely. Couldn't even transition it. I just dumped it. It started an entirely new store with that niche of the item that was selling really hot. So that's a great thing to do. Oh, also, a video just went live 26 minutes ago. Go check it out. I really like this video. It's a cool little thing to do. So go to my channel, watch it, and then come back. I'll be okay if you do that. Just go watch that video. It's pretty cool. Came out at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Okay. Also, can you tell in a 24-hour period with a PPE ad if a product will work, or does it take a few days? You can tell. If it's getting nothing in 24 hours, you can generally tell. My winning product, I'm going back to what I just said with my general store. The first time I ran an ad for this product, I went to sleep and I woke up 8 hours later and the ad had like 50 likes and several comments. And I was like, wow, I've never gotten even close to this before. And it was at that moment I knew that ad was going to be good. There were some times when I put up a ad for a product, I woke up and there were like 2 likes on it. You can generally dismiss those as being crap, right? So you'll get a good feel for what's good and what's not. You can tell within 24 hours generally. Really, I wouldn't like to, but there are extremes when you can tell. Okay. Are you using funnels? You guys can ask more questions now. I'm down to the last one. Are you using funnels instead of product page? No, I am using product pages. I have a whole branded website set up. That's what I'm doing for that. I don't have any funnels going on. I would like to make a funnel. I always thought this was kind of cool. I said this like 10 or 15 minutes ago, like the infomercial tactic where I'm really promoting one specific product and then driving people to a sales funnel for that product. It's what a bunch of infomercials do. You know that infomercial Flex Tape? They did this really well. If you go to the Flex Tape website, they're doing that. It's great. I think they can be really great. Okay. Ready for more questions? I've been going for about 50 minutes. This is crazy. What else do I have to say? I don't think I have anything personal I have to say. I'm just ready to answer some more questions. I should have grabbed some water. I'm very tired. I'm sweating. Actually, let me turn my fan on. I didn't realize my fan wasn't on. Or it was on, but that crap was weak. Okay. What are you in school for? I am in school for industrial engineering. Very, very different from online marketing, right? But it's actually not too different. So I chose industrial engineering because of the fact that it really works with a lot of systems and data analysis and stuff like that. And I thought it would be great for not only every single aspect of my life. You can always use like systems optimization, data analysis, but you can, it just really gets your brain in kind of like a problem solving mode. So, and additionally, if all else fails, I can get a job within the industrial engineering world and make some decent money with that. So I just felt it was an overall really good blanket major to go for because I really do value higher education and I want to get this major. Okay. Billboard ads, that is funny. Those are crap. I'm not even going to talk about that. Unless you have a brick and mortar store that's like right there, billboard ads are crap. How tall are you? Where are you from? I am 6'5" tall. I am from Florida. I'm not going to say what school I go to. I mean, you could probably find that out pretty easily. Maybe, I don't know. But I am in Florida. I was born and raised in Tampa. Super hot here. I don't really recommend it unless you like sweating your balls off. But, you know, what are you going to do? I see many stores using tri-funnels and making good sales. Yeah, I haven't looked into that too much. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'll look at it for sure. I've definitely noticed more stores are using kind of the sales funnel technique, which is great. It really drives people to buy. So I will look into that and potentially make a video on it in the future. Once again, thank you for bringing that to my attention. I've been looking at possibly doing a print-on-demand supplier. Have you ever done print-on-demand? I've done print-on-demand a little bit. Now, I'm not the best designer. I do some graphic design, but I'm not the best, and it wasn't good enough for me to like fully support a print-on-demand website. But I think it's great. I think it's a great option if you have an artist or if you are an artist and you have some really unique ideas for your niche. I think it can be great. How much do you make from your course compared to drop shipping? Right now, they're about even. Definitely, I was making more with drop shipping, but I have dialed it down. So right now, they're about balancing each other out. Which, you know, I'm pretty happy about. I really like having a diversified portfolio. But if I do start making a lot more on my course than I do with dropshipping, then I may entirely just switch over to YouTube and do that full time and not really worry too much about dropshipping. I don't think I'm ever going to like fully drop dropshipping because it is a fun thing to do, and I really do want to stay on top of the game when I'm bringing you guys information. I don't want to be giving you outdated information from like a year ago, but it will, my kind of attention will sway more as more money is brought in, because yeah, I am a college kid and I do need to make sure my finances are in line. So there we go. Are you aware of any new social media sites at the early stages which have efficient advertising potential? Alexandru, what's up? I'm gonna get to your personal message. Everybody, Alexandru has purchased my course. He's in my private Facebook group. Love this guy, he's awesome. I am not aware of any new social media sites. I am always on the lookout for them, because I really want to get into a social media site when it's in its early stages, because I just really want to do that. There are some great potentials for people that get into there first and really like get a good footing, but I'm not aware of any. I really wish I did know any, but I'm constantly on the lookout for them. Yes, that is very tall. Do you think most people who land on your site go to check the homepage? No, I'm about 95% of my customers just stay on the product page, and it's only the product. They'll either buy it or they won't. And about 5% will either go to the related items at the bottom of the site or go to the homepage. So really, nobody really looks at your homepage. Don't put too much effort into making it look all right, or don't stress too much about it. Definitely put a lot of effort into it, but it's not that big of a deal. Most people are just going to stick on the one product page that you're driving them to. When doing Facebook ads, broad audience or targeted narrow audience, which one works for you? It depends. And it depends on what you mean by broad or targeted. For PPE ads, when I'm testing a new audience or product, I generally go about 1 million people. And when I'm doing conversion ads, that's definitely the more targeted end. I go about 200 to 300,000. I really can't tell you which one is better to do. Generally, for PPE, you want to go bigger because you want a broad range of people, because that's more data collection. And then conversion, I'd say 200 to 300,000 is good enough to where you can run the ad for a while and have it optimized, and you're not going to run out of an audience to show it to. Any idea of other good dropshippers beside AliExpress? There's a few US based ones. I don't use them. I only use AliExpress, and I hardly even dropship anymore. I mostly have my own products. As you can see, actually, I just had a product come in the other day. This is more of a sample, but you could see ePacket, I got that in. There's a lot out there that, I mean, there's DHgate, Alibaba is not really drop shipping, but it's a good way to get products, bunch of good stuff there. So yeah, there's a bunch of options out there, not just AliExpress. Vero is new social media, I guess. I don't know. Have I heard of that? I don't even know if I've heard of that. I should look into it. That looks cool. Which influencers following would you consider decent enough? It's really hard for me to say. Okay, secret. I've said this in a video, but I really like Instagram influencers that have around like 20 to 30,000 followers, because generally you can get these for like $10 a shout out, right? Ridiculously cheap. And if they have some really good engagement rates, which a lot of the smaller personal branded influencer types have, there's potential for huge ROI because their followers aren't used to seeing shout outs on that page, so they're going to respond a lot better to it. So that's great. We need a course plug. Yeah, so if you do want to check out my course, go ahead and look in the description of this video. It's the first link right under those couple sentences. I tell you what's in the course. I have a little video preview of me in a suit, which is kind of funny. Go ahead and check that out if you're interested. So far, people are liking it, and it brings some cool perks to it. So yeah, if you want to check out my course, check the description. It's the first link, and it's also on my channel up in that little link bar at the bottom right of my banner. Do you think Vero has advertising potential? Like I said, I don't really know what Vero is. Let me actually, I'm gonna look it up right now. Vero. How have I not heard of this before? What is wrong with me? Not distract. I think it has potential from the 3 seconds that I've looked at it. Okay, I think it has a lot of potential. I need to look into this. Vero looks great. It looks pretty interesting, and yeah, I can't give too much information on it right now because like I said, I don't really know what it is, but I'm gonna look into it. Do you think I have a new social media page as of last night? Cool. Build it up. You want to make sure that the first posts, like the very first posts, are good. You don't want to start crap and like build up to good. Make sure you have a very solid idea for how you want your brand to be right from the start, and then make every single post equally as good or even better than that one, right? You don't want to start kind of crappy because then it shows that like it's not legitimate, whatever. Just make sure that you start really, really strong. Hey, my friend is starting a social media website. I can give you the link when it releases if you're interested. Yeah, a social media website that is revolutionary. If he can get it good, if it does things different than Facebook and everything out there, I think that would be great. Keep me posted. I'm interested to see how that turns out. What should your conversion rates be on your site? Generally, a healthy conversion rate is about 2 to 3%. You can boost that up. Generally, the highest I've really seen is about 5 or 6%. Anything else is just kind of absurd, but 2 to 3% is a very, very healthy conversion rate. Never heard of. Are you talking about Vero? Yeah, because I haven't heard of it either. Thanks, will do. You're welcome, Jennifer. Good luck with that social media. If you can get some really good organic growth and followers on that, it's got potential to be wildly profitable. Whew. Man, I'm sweating up a storm in here, and it's actually kind of like my legs have goosebumps, but my back is kind of sweaty. It's kind of gross, isn't it? Mine is 0.8 conversion rate and fail on 3 ads. 0.8 conversion rate is actually pretty low. Something may be off. You may have, are you charging shipping? If you're charging shipping, then that could deter a lot of people. Your product pages just may be kind of crappy. The way that you say your shipping times are long could deter people. There's a bunch of different ways. Like I said, if when I'm doing store reviews, you want to give me your store and I can look at it, and then next upcoming stream in a few days, I'll go ahead and do that, and I can help you deter or just kind of like make sure that your store isn't the problem here. But generally, if it's that low, I feel like your store is kind of problematic. So is anybody accepting cryptos for their stores? Oh, Grazie. I got my water boy coming in. God, yeah, I'm sweating up a storm. Let me see. Anybody accepting cryptos? That's interesting. I haven't seen that being done for dropshipping stores. Definitely retail stores, I see doing that all the time, but dropshipping stores, or just like kind of basic e-commerce stores, I haven't really seen that. And I'm iffy about that because I have some crypto and I've lost money. I bought some Litecoin, and that shit, it crashed literally right as I bought it. It was the most depressing thing, and I have not redeemed myself. So no, now I do free shipping worldwide. Okay, that's great. I don't know. Send me your store. I'm curious. On my stream, make sure you're there. I want to check it out. I want to tell you what's wrong, because I can guarantee it's something on your store, something with your product that's deterring, because generally that's a pretty low conversion rate. Do you ship directly from China, or you ship from your warehouse? So my main products that I have about 35 products on my site. Only about 3 of those sell, like 3 of those products make up for about 97% of my sales. And all 3 of those products I have myself. Actually, if you can see right here, this is one of my little fulfillment centers. So in here I actually have, it's covered right now so you can't really see it, but I have some of my products in there. And then I've got like my tape right here. I've got some bubble mailers down there. I have some of my products right here. I have business cards that are also kind of down there. Yeah, so I ship my main items from myself, not a warehouse, because I can handle it. My order volume isn't ridiculously high, and I do make a lot more money when I'm just shipping it out myself. So, Excuse me. Let me just put this back. That is not fitting back in my drawer. Great. But all the other items I do ship from China because they're bought so infrequently, it's not worth to keep it here. Okay, should we just DM our site to you or send it to you during the stream? Do it during the stream, just because I'm pretty busy, and typing out responses, especially in Instagram, takes a long time, and I don't really want to do that. I've done it a lot and it's kind of tiring, so definitely wait till the stream and then I can do it live. You'll get a much better response. It'll be great. My conversion rate is 0.79, but I must say that I often go on my store just to take a quick look. That might screw it up. 0.79 isn't terrible. Like 2% is pretty healthy, so you're only at about half that. I'm sure if you just make some quick changes to your store, you can bump that up pretty easily. Definitely pop into my store reviewing stream and I will tell you if it's good or not. And then if you're new to the stream right now, follow me on Instagram. I really want you guys to get into that stream because the store reviewing stream is going to be fun. Follow me on Instagram. I just posted my handle into the comments. Follow me. Let's see how many followers I've gotten so far. 4. Nice. Yeah, follow me. I'm going to post on my story when I am going to stream. So I just want to see you guys there. Should be a fun stream. I'm at 996 subscribers right now. I am 4 away from hitting 1,000. Cheers to that. Why do terrible looking stores I see in my niche sometimes have decent sales? Marketing, I'd say it's really about even. And if you have a terrible store but great marketing, you're missing out on a lot of potential, but you still can make a lot of sales. So their marketing game just must be on point. There's this one store that I've gone to. It's sugarandcotton.com. They get about 5,000 visitors a day. They've been consistently profitable forever. Now their actual business sucks. They've got like a 1.2 star rating on Trustpilot. They're terrible, but they're great at marketing. Their website is super basic, and I've seen way better, but their marketing is just relentless and it's awesome. How much minimum Facebook ads budget we'll need for a new general store? I can't tell you that. I would have several hundred to play around with, and if you only have several $100s to your name, don't blow it on this, okay? You need to make sure that you're financially stable before you actually get into this. This isn't some like a get rich quick scheme. I'm not saying that you think that it is, but if you're pretty low on cash and you think that a couple $100s will absolutely ruin you, don't get into this, okay? Make sure that you have your finances in place before you get into it, because nothing is certain here. But a couple $100s is generally enough to really get your feet off the ground. Would you be willing to do a mentorship for 20% royalty on a store, or a mentorship period? So I'd love to. I really like helping people, but I simply cannot give you the time of day that you will need to succeed through mentorship. I'm a full-time student. I run these businesses on the side. It's just a lot I have to do. I've got like my own personal life. So mentorships simply aren't feasible. Now, the alternative to this is my course. If you were to buy this course, it gives you entire free access to my private membership Facebook group, okay? And you can just get the membership group. It's $49 a month. But if you buy the course, then the membership group comes free forever. You have unlimited access to it. And in this group, you can directly talk to me. I'll answer any questions, and everybody else that's in the course is also going to be in that group. And so you can talk with them too. These are very valuable people, and that's really the closest you're going to get to mentorship. Once again, I really wish I could mentor you, but I simply do not have the time and the time to give you to actually see you succeed with that. Hi Zach, like your videos. Would you explain what is better to do? The expensive product store with a limited number of products, or cheap products with a large number? They're both great. Not one is better than the other. It's how you actually do them. The expensive product store, you're obviously gonna have lower conversions, but the higher profit margins. But if you can really do the expensive item store well, then you got potential to do great. Like I've seen really expensive product stores do really well, and there are some high quality expensive products. You just got to make sure that your products are high quality, of course, because if they're paying a lot of money, you got to make sure that they're getting a good product. When you're selling cheap crap, if it breaks, 90% of the time the person's going to be like, okay, whatever, throw it away, and not even bother to get a refund. So they have their perks and they have their drawbacks. It's really what you want to do. One's not better than the other. Actually, I have a really good tip on how to use other people's money to market your products. Not affiliate, nothing that you would think. Interesting. Rocco, could you elaborate? Post that in the comments. I want to hear about that. Okay, thanks for your thoughts. If your course is as comprehensive as your videos, it will be well worth it. Yeah, my course, I really talk the same way. Oh yeah, so I just had someone ask to join the Masters of E-commerce. This is going to be my public. So I have a private and a public group. My private group, I'm not linking to it in my description. My one I do link in my description is a public group that I'm starting. This, everybody can just talk to each other. I'll pop in there occasionally. I just thought it was great. Oh yeah, how did I forget to plug this? Okay, go in my description right now. It's the, what link is it? Let me go over here and look. It is the third link. Join the free Facebook Mastermind group. I don't even have a banner for it yet, so I apologize for that. But go to that and join that group if you just want some very good, just like a good place to collaborate with all of my subscribers. Some people have been asking for it, so I finally made it. Go ahead and join that group. If you're asking to join, I will accept you when the stream is over. That would be great. Now, my paid membership group is on my Teachable. If you go to 101ecom.teachable.com, you can see my 3 things that I offer. It would be the third one over. It's the private Facebook group. That's the $49 one. Okay. But yeah, my course, I really try and make it as comprehensive as my videos. I pretty much, like how I'm speaking right now is how I speak in the course. I go from top to, or bottom to top. I start from absolute scratch, build up to doing some advanced marketing. It's pretty great. So if you like the way I teach now, you'll most likely really like the way I do the course. I just looked at Sugar and Cotton. It's not that bad of a store, just issues with the Herify and free stuff. Yeah, it's really not a bad store, right? It's very, very basic. So I said that wrong, right? It's not a bad store. It's very basic. So I've seen a lot flashier stores, and not flashy in like a bad way, but just have like better descriptions and everything. They're very basic. And if you were to have crap targeting with that website or crap advertising, you wouldn't do that well. But their marketing is so good that they can drive people to a very basic site with products that are seen all over the place and perform really, really well. That's a secret, but I give you a hint. Cold calls. Interesting. So with the, interesting. Would that be drop shipping? An email. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. That's a strategy. If you have a cool product to offer. I've definitely heard about the cold call strategy. It could be great if you have a reliable list to go off of. Start a Telegram group also. Potentially, I'll think about it. I'm really trying to kind of limit what I do. I don't want to spread myself too thin. So having like a dedicated just group Facebook is probably the best way to go, but if there's enough demand for a Telegram group, I will potentially make one in the future. Would you mind explaining a bit about which campaign objective you should start with? So pretty much once you're beyond PPE ads and you have good targeting and a good product and all that's already chosen out, what I would recommend for conversion ads is just go straight to purchase. Add to cart is really, really good too, because really the people that are adding to cart are going to be the same people that are purchasing. However, I would just recommend going purchase conversions. All that you're going to need to do when you're doing purchase conversions is put more money into the ad set, because like I say, you need at least 50 conversions to optimize the ad set a week. Okay, if you're getting less than 50 purchases a week off of an ad set, it's not going to optimize and it's going to die within a week or two. So definitely purchase is the best, but if you're not able to get 50 purchases a week, you can do add to cart as well. Can you do a video on email marketing, like what to say in the emails? I did. This is actually like my least popular video ever, and I'm very, very disappointed in it because I actually spent a lot of time. If you scroll through my videos, it's pretty soon to when I started making my thumbnails actually good and not just like 3/4 of it black and then like my face over there. It's like 3 ways to kill it with email marketing. It's something like that. I did make a video on it, and I will make more in the future, and I touch on it in my course and everything. I think I talk about it a lot, but I definitely will make more videos because I love email marketing. What are the main apps you should have when starting a dropshipping business? So let me make sure I'm not showing my screen right here. I'm not. Let me... Okay. It's just me. Great. I'm going to actually go on to my store, and I'm going to read off all of the apps that I'm using, because I'm not using too many. I think I'm using the perfect amount. Oh crap, I forgot I'm on an incognito, so it signed me out. Okay, I'm in. Okay, let me look at this. All right, I'm gonna go down from the top to the bottom here. Actually, quick, let me check my subscriber count. I'm at 997 subscribers. If you aren't subscribed, subscribe right now. I'm about to hit 1,000. That's gonna be super exciting. I've been hyped about this moment for a while. So, on my way to 1,000 subscribers. I'm actually gonna put this right here so I can watch it. Great. Okay, so can you... Yeah, it's not that bad. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the list of the apps that I have on my store from top to bottom. Okay, so first the app that I have is called Address Validator by RoboTurk. And basically this app simply just does not allow people to put in an incorrect address. It makes it a lot easier for people to select their address. And I got this after 999. Hold on, God, hold on. Don't subscribe. Do not subscribe. Wait, hold on. What am I trying to do? Hold on. Where's the live count? Live. Come on, baby. We're gonna watch this happen. We did it! 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. Let me make sure I was showing that. I wasn't showing it. Oh, crap. Hold on. There we go. 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Couldn't do it without you, obviously, because you subscribed. I've been working on this channel for quite a while. Daily uploads are not an easy task, so I want to thank you guys so much. This is awesome. Victory drink. I'm very thirsty. Great. Thank you. Okay, back to business. I'll celebrate later. Oh crap, I'm messing this whole thing up. Okay, awesome. Once again, thanks guys. Let's go back to answering some questions, shall we? Let's go back up and see. Oh, okay, all right guys. Hold on. So I am buffering right now. Let me actually close my internet. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna type in the chat in case you guys are not hearing this. So I am on my apartment Wi-Fi. It's very crap. Am I lagging? Am I lagging? If you didn't hear me, respond to this. Something, my internet's just kind of crapping out on me. It says my video output is low. Maybe it's just for me. But very blurry. Okay. All right. As long as you can hear me, that's all that matters. Yeah. Great. You can blur my beautiful face. That's kind of a bummer, but whatever. Okay. Okay. Also, oh, you guys are so active. Thank you. So I am actually going to go back on to my store and talk about the apps that I was using, because that's what I was doing. So don't ask any more questions real quick, because I want to get through this. This is actually a pretty helpful question, and I would highly recommend a lot of these apps that I am using. So thank you guys for telling me if I'm lagging or not, and let's go ahead and go through these apps. So like I said, the first one that I'm using is Address Validator by RoboTurk. I already talked about this. Second one, super important app, Countdown Timer Bar by Hextom. So if you have gotten into dropshipping, you've most likely seen like those countdown timers that are on the page, like Hurify, Beaconing has one. They're crap, right? They're absolutely terrible. They sometimes raise conversions, but they make your store look super spammy, and it's really not good if you're trying to make a solid brand. Countdown Timer Bar by Hextom allows you to do an entire store-wide countdown timer that has like store-wide sales 60% off, ends in however many hours you want. And this looks so much more legitimate, because if you go on a website like Sears, sometimes they'll have a site-wide sale. And this just is a lot more believable, and it also pushes people to go ahead and sorry, I was reading the text. And it pushes people to go ahead and look throughout the store and buy more items. So that's great. Next one I have is Email Marketing Automation by Conversio. I just use this one for basic order receipts. It's very simple. You don't even need that. Next one is Free Persistent Cart app. This app allows you to save the person's cart throughout any device that they're on, as long as they're like still on the same IP or whatever, however it works. But it allows them to keep their cart, which is great. Next one is MailChimp for Shopify. Just very basic one. You need this. You need some MailChimp in your life. Go ahead and get that. MailChimp is just the service that I use for email marketing, so there you go. Minifer is an app that I use to make my images smaller, and this is great. It decreases site load times. It's just really good. It decreases my image sizes, some of them by like 500 times. It's really, or not 500 times, like 500%. It's really nice. Next one is Oberlo. That's everyone knows what that is. It's the general dropshipping app. Next one is Privy. Everyone really knows what this is. It's for email pop-ups, email collection, stuff like that. Next one is Review. This one is spelled R-Y-V-I-U, and I'm going to make a video on this soon. Basically, it's an app that allows you to import reviews directly from AliExpress onto your product pages, and allows you to edit them. You can have pictures on there. It looks fantastic. Fantastic app. I highly recommend it. Once again, it's Review, R-Y-V-I-U. Next one is the Shopify theme updater by Out of the Sandbox, because Out of the Sandbox is the company that I bought my theme from. I believe it's Retina, which is a great theme. Highly recommend it, but you're not going to have that. Next one is Tracking and Delivery Updates by Aftership. This is how I allow people to actually track their orders. This is an awesome thing to have. People love tracking their orders. This app is free. It's up to like 50 trackings a month, but I don't get more than that. And then the last one is Visitors by NS8, and this is actually a great app. It's free, and it allows you to see some information about the people that go on your store, which is really helpful. It allows you to see what pages they go to, how long they were on the pages for, they refer, like if they came from Google, Instagram, Facebook, what with that, where in the world they are. It's a great app. Once again, that one's Visitors by NS8. So those are the apps I use on my store. That was a bit of a long section, but I really wanted to tell you guys what I am using. Okay. Let's go back and answer a little bit more questions. Let's see, where was I? Which theme is good for general store? Minimal is a great theme. If you're talking about free ones, probably Minimal, or Debut is even fine if you can do it well. A lot of stores use Debut and they make it look really crappy, but you can edit it around and actually make it look pretty good. I'm not too familiar with the free themes though, just right off the top of my head. Let's see. What do you think of ordering products yourself and taking product photos? Any product photography tips? Yeah, so what I sell, the niche that I'm in is like jewelry. It's a specific subsection, so I'm not really shooting myself in the foot by telling you this, but it's like general jewelry, right? So when I take the pictures, I have female friends or my girlfriend wear the jewelry, and then I take pictures of it. And this is great. People respond a lot better to seeing products in use, whether it be jewelry, kind of like gimmicky stuff like kitchen tools. anything like that, you can really only benefit from having product pictures where they're being used by people. Product photography tips. Pretty much you want a single picture of just the product as the main picture on your product page, and that's what's going to show up in like the collections and everything. You want it on a white background, and that's just so it looks very consistent throughout your entire website. When you are taking them of people, it's a great thing to have just like really good lighting, make sure the person just looks all done up and is nice, and then largely the focus is on the product itself. Like if you have a ring, have it on the ring, but kind of have like a lifestyle pose. You really want people to be able to see themselves in the position of the people that are using the product, no matter what it is. Okay. Hey bro, I just tried to go on my website and it's telling I can't connect to the page when I bought the link. Oh, I guess Shopify's having some issues right now. Okay, thank you for the people telling me I'm awesome. Great. So what if the item that's sent to customer is broken or something? Do they send it back to my address at Shopify? Oh, Jessica Ann, it's I'm gonna type it out. Minifer, I believe that's how you spell it. Minifer. Now it costs money per image, but my entire store cost like $5, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, back to Fairy Tale's question. What if the item that's sent to customer is broken or something? Do they send it back? No, so whenever an item arrives broken to my customers, all I do is I just send them a new one. Don't worry about them shipping it back to you because it's broken. Why do you want it? Just send them a new one. They're going to be really happy about it. You're out a couple bucks. It's not that big of a deal. You're still making profit on the sale. That's just what I always do. Just send them a new one immediately. RYVIU. And that's the review app right there that I just typed in. So how do you get good page loading time? So, oh, okay, let me go up to Roman's question. Have you registered an LLC for your business? I have not. I didn't think it was really necessary. Now, if I were to scale it up pretty big, I might, but I didn't feel that it was really necessary, and it's really not that necessary. If you're running more of a smaller business, you wouldn't have to really worry about it, but if you are scaling it up and if you are making quite a decent amount of sales and money, then I would recommend looking into that, more of the legal side, but I have not actually participated. Woo. How do you get good page loading time? Oh, see you, man. 3 a.m. Yeah, you got to get to sleep. Well-rested mind is an active and healthy mind, so get in on that. Okay, how do you get good page loading time? Basically, there's two main things. First of all, you want to make sure that your products or your product pictures are small. You can still be very high quality, but you can shrink them a lot. So using the app that I said, Minifer, actually shrinks them for you, or you can just preemptively shrink them. Tiny PNG, I think, is the website. You can do that for free. Just go on there and put your pictures in, and it automatically shrinks them down. That's a huge factor. Additionally, having a lot of apps on your store, especially ones that run in the background, take up a lot of loading time. So removing a lot of those apps and keeping your apps very minimal will help your store load a lot faster. Is it possible to make the items be sent to me first so that I can deliver to my client? Yeah, you can always just order it right to your house and then send it out from your house to your client. So as you can see right here, I'm going to turn my camera. I have this printer. Ooh, let me disconnect my speaker right here. I have this printer right here, if you can see. And this is how I ship it out. And you can totally do that too. That would not be an issue. And I'm sitting my laptop down on the cable. That's annoying. It's totally feasible to send the item first. Now it is a pain, and if you're going to do that, what I would recommend is ordering the products to you first, like in bulk, and then shipping out once you get an order, instead of going each individual order to you and then to a customer. It just really, you know, it just makes things a lot easier that way. What counts as a decent amount of sales for an LLC? I'm not really sure. Probably at the peak of my store, I've scaled it back now. I probably should have. I was making between 5 and 10, more towards 10 sales a day. or 10 to 15. No, it got up to like 15. That's a decent amount. That's what I'd probably recommend. Now, it really depends on what your store is too. I'm not a lawyer. I don't really know how this works too much. But that would probably be the amount that I'd recommend if you're like really going all in on this business, right? Is it possible to make the items be sent? Oh, I already answered that question. At what point do you have to pay taxes on your Shopify business? So you should always pay taxes on your Shopify business. IRS, if you're watching this, yes, I follow the law. You should always pay taxes on your Shopify business. I don't want to tell you to not pay taxes, but you know, just report it and whatever. Now there are some tax laws. I think it's like under $10,000 a year you don't have to pay taxes. I don't know. I think it was something like that. At least this is in the US, but you know, whatever, do your research on this. I'm not really certain. All I know is I make above the threshold, so I'm filing taxes, whatever. Yeah, so Best Seb, or T-Seb, however you say that, makes a good point. If you are making a good amount of money, what I would recommend is actually going to an accountant. And if you have a family friend accountant, or if you're making a decent amount of money, actually hire an accountant to help you with your taxes. Once again, I'm 19. Oh no, I'm not 19. Wow, I had a birthday. I'm 20. I had a birthday a week ago. I'm 20 years old. I know about taxes, but I'm not the most knowledgeable on them and how business taxes and all that work. I just simply file mine, and really that's it. So I would consult with a professional on this matter if you want to know more about it. Yeah, that's really the extent of my knowledge about it. How many audiences do you use per ad set? Do you only do one for each, or do you categorize them? It depends. So when you're doing, no, I would separate them. So when you're doing PPE ads, you're gonna test separate audiences, and then you'll find really the winning audiences. I know I have a few different audiences that are like my main ones that I really, really like. So I would, that's what I focus on, is those specific audiences. And then each individual ad set is using one of those audiences. So if they die down the line, then I'm like, okay, it's this audience that's crapping out on me. It's not like, oh, I don't know what's going wrong. So it's always good to have them separated as much as possible, because split testing is really what it's called, is the absolute best way to know what's working and what's not. Oh, okay. Steven, I'll answer your question. Jessica Ann, about this review. It is an app. It's not on the App Store. You need to search it, and it's on its own website, and then it downloads onto your Shopify apps, right? It's not on the Shopify App Store. It's its entirely own thing, okay? I forgot to specify that. Don't look for it on the App Store. Just Google review, and it'll come to the website, and it's nice. Okay, I had to get that out of the way. So Steven, what metrics do you use to begin validating a winning product on Facebook during the testing phase? So there's not like a specific, oh, I reached this milestone, that means it's a good product, right? Ooh, let me fix my angling. Why is it so weird? Hold on. That looks a little bit better. Man, my hair is going wild today. There's not like a, oh, it reached this milestone, great, this is a winning product. However, doesn't work for me. Same thing, but better. Okay, yeah, try Ally Reviews as well. I have heard of that. Review works for me fantastically. I have heard it not working for some people, so definitely get into that. For me personally, I've tested a lot of different products and ads, so I know what is a winning ad set and product and what isn't. So therefore, I can, when I put up a new product and a new audience, obviously there's going to be some variation there, but I have a good feel for what's going to be good and what's not. Generally, if it gets a pretty good response within the couple days on a PPE ad, then I know that the audience and the product combination is pretty good, and I can consider moving it into conversion, but I'll still do a few more tests on PPE. Sorry if that wasn't the best answer, but it's a pretty broad question, so I wasn't too sure how to answer that. Which payment gateways do you use? I'm from Europe, and my country does not support even Stripe, only PayPal and 2Checkout. There's other ones. Now, I'm not really sure. I use Shopify payments and PayPal. I can do that. I'm not really sure about alternate payment gateways. I'm sorry to say. I wish I did. There's a lot of information online about those that you could do some research for, see what has the lowest fees. I have heard that 2Checkout does like to take a lot of money from people, so I am sorry about that, but I'm not really certain. Okay. Woo, I caught up. Oh boy. So say you're at 2 per, but you have no link clicks or no unique link clicks. Are you what ad are you running? Are you running a PPE ad or a conversion ad? I'll answer you once you answer me that question. What do you think about WordPress-based store hosting outside of Shopify? Which way has more advantages and which one gives more opportunities if you build a brand? Thanks in advance. So I use Shopify. Okay, I'm gonna go back and then I'll come back to you, John Davis. PPE. So no link clicks or no unique link clicks. If it's literally none, you may need to change your copy a little bit, but that's a pretty good cost. If you're doing very like third world countries, then it's obviously going to be lower. But if you're doing very valuable countries like USA, anywhere, or most places in the UK, Canada, stuff like that, that's very, very good. And it shows that people are generally pretty interested in. So I'd maybe work on your ad copy a little bit, make the link easier, but really don't worry about it too much when you're doing PPE, because with PPE, you're not really aiming for link clicks, you're more aiming for engagement. And you just really want to see if the audience is really reacting with the product combination that you have going on. Okay. So what do you think about WordPress? Based Shopify stores. So I use Shopify. I've messed around with WordPress. I don't really like the platform, but I have seen a lot of stores, and actually one of my clients, I just mess around with like some friends' stores. One of my clients is using WordPress, and it's really not a bad platform. If you can get things going, it's really good. I don't have any personal experience with it beyond just helping them out with a few things, so I can't really vouch for it, but I wouldn't really say one's better than the other. I prefer Shopify just myself because I've been into it. I really like the way they have things laid out. But if you've gotten into WordPress, I know it does have a lot of customization possibilities, so that might be better for you. It really just depends. Go try out both before you commit. Okay. What do you think of SEO? Waste of time or valuable? Okay, hold off the questions. Pause them. I have a lot of questions to get through. What do you think of SEO, waste of time or valuable? It depends on what you're selling, although most stores could really, really benefit from SEO. So it takes a long time, right? It takes about 2 months minimum, like absolute minimum, to start ranking in Google. My store, when I started messing with SEO, was about a year back, and now it's just starting to rank pretty well. And this is just the product pages. I don't even have any articles or anything. But if you write some pretty keyword-rich articles for your website within your niche, I think it's very, very, very worth the time. That's how a bunch of like affiliate websites succeed. I think SEO is great. I don't have many videos on it, but I would recommend that you look into it. Okay, let's go back over here. Let's see what questions I'm missing. What are the best Shopify free themes? My favorite free theme is Minimal. I love it. It's very simple. It sticks to its name, which is Minimal. I really like the way everything's set up. Definitely check that one out if you want a free theme. And it just really works for pretty much all types of commerce. How do you find Shopify stores online? Is it something like site my Shopify? Yeah, so you can do that. You can go site:myshopify.com and then space and then whatever keyword you're looking for. So if you're looking for like birds, you could go site:myshopify.com birds, and it'll come up with all the Shopify stores that have bird related stuff. Additionally, what you can do is you can find products within your niche. So say you're selling like a bird toy, you can reverse image search the bird toy on Google and look at sites that actually have that image. So like go on AliExpress and find a bird toy and find sites that have that image and then go to them and look at them. And a lot of the time you're going to find other drop shipping stores through that. That's how I found a ton of other drop shipping stores. Proven to convert better for you. Fresh prints. Oh yeah. So that's just going back off of that minimal question. I know, I saw that. I talked about it in the video. When testing, how do you know it's a bad copy or bad product? How do you change your email setting for... Okay, that's a different question. Just keep testing, that's a lot of testing. Yeah, so when testing, how do you know it's a bad copy or bad product? This is definitely something that you're going to really need to... I don't know, you get really good at knowing this once you're further along. However, really, no matter how bad your copy is, if you have a good product, you're going to get a lot of engagement with it. So when you're doing PPE ads, if you have just crap engagement, it's most likely going to be your product. Really, when copy matters is when you're with conversion ads, and that really is going to drive people to click. So if you're doing PPE ads and you're getting some crap engagement, you can really chalk it up for the most part to just bad products or bad product pictures, okay? How do you change your email setting for your PayPal payments to a different email? I've been trying to find the setting and I can't. I'm actually not sure. How do you change your email settings for your PayPal payments to a different email? If you can't do that directly through just the Shopify settings, I can't really give you too much of an answer. I really wish I could. But yeah, I mean, keep looking. I'm sorry, dude. I wish I could tell you. Blogger shoutouts. I think blogger shoutouts have potential. They need to be very high volume blogs, and a lot of blogs do. Oh, Catherine, you followed the wrong account. Yeah, don't follow my 101 ecom account. Follow my Zachary_Inman account, because I'm abandoning the 101 ecom because I want more of a personal Instagram page. So go ahead and do that. Okay. Blogger shoutouts can be great. I haven't messed with them personally, but they have a lot of potential from what I've seen. If you can find a really good blog with active readers, I think it can be great. Especially if they do kind of like an affiliate post that's like half sponsored, half talking it up with a link to your product. It can be very craftily done. So going to your answer on the CPR link click, every time I do a video ad for PPE, it gets no shares, no likes, but gets a ton of video views. I can't figure out the disconnect. Any thoughts? If it gets a ton of views, that just means that you're showing the ad to a lot of people, but the people may not be interested in it. So a video view counts once they view 3 seconds of your video. And that means that they didn't just scroll by it, they actually like stopped and started watching it. Which means that if you're not getting anything on it, they're probably just not interested. So I would work on the targeting there. Questions like these are kind of hard to answer because I can't see your ad, I can't see your targeting, I can't see your actual like video. So it's hard to answer, but if I were to guess, I'd say that you're just showing it to the wrong people if you're getting absolutely no engagement with it. So going to your answer on the CPR link click, every time I do a video ad for oh, that's the same thing. Okay. Also, how do you keep track of what you tested? Well, basically okay. Oh, pause the questions. Wow, I got a lot of them. Okay, yeah, pause them. How do you keep track of what you tested? Basically, you can make a spreadsheet, really whatever. It was all in my head for me, and then it saved your ads. Even when you turn them off, they're still saved within Facebook, so you can go back and see what you tried and what you didn't. It's kind of a pain to test a lot of different things, but generally what you do to test and to do this effectively is to not go like one at a time, right? You bulk. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna focus on this product. I'm gonna put up 10 different ad sets of this product with different targeting and different pictures, right? Then you'll usually find 1 or 2 winners out of that, and then you just focus on that, and you don't really have to worry about what failed because boom, you have your winner right there, right? That's just the general way to do it. Please do some more shop reviews. Yeah, so Socialismus, welcome to the channel, by the way. I saw you subscribed the other day. I am doing some shop reviews. I'm going to make videos on it, and then in a few days on my next stream, which follow my Instagram account I'm putting it in the chat right now. I'm going to keep putting it in the chat so people follow me. I'm going to post on my story when I'm going to be doing a live stream, and my next live stream in a couple days around 7 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be doing live store reviews of my subscribers, so definitely check that out. Why do some people capture payments manually? I see that a lot. What do you mean by manual payment capture? Do you mean like cash upon delivery? If so, that's because, and I've done this before, I sold in Mexico, and a lot of them don't have credit cards or PayPal. So really what they like to do, and this is widespread throughout Mexico and I assume other countries, is they go to local grocery stores like OXXO, and they pay, they have this thing, they have different services where you can give money and it gives to you. There's this one I use, it's called Comprapago, and it's just what they like to use, and that's why you do it, because most people, I'd get thousands of dollars through this that I wouldn't have gotten because a lot of them just don't have credit cards or PayPal. I'm new to the channel, so I'd like to know what you think about general versus niche, or a mix of both. I'm converting my niche store to look like Urban Outfitters website. Yeah, so welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. I answered this question earlier in the live stream, a little bit more in depth than what I'm going to tell you right now. So go back. It was more towards the beginning that I answered this. Go back and watch that. But basically, just to recap here, general versus niche, they're both really, really good. What I would recommend is to start with general. If you're not really sure what niche you want to do, go ahead and start general. Go ahead and test a bunch of different things on there, but keep it all within like a certain theme. And then once you find something that really speaks to you, like you're getting good sales with it, your ads are working well, you can go ahead and switch over to a niche store. Or if the general store is just working for you, no shame in doing that. As long as your branding's on point and everything's just pretty consistent throughout the store, general stores can do really, really well. You don't have to switch off of them. Okay? Also, how much do you spend per ad set for your daily budget? So I got really lucky, and I kind of hate this because as someone that's supposed to teach Facebook ads, this is kind of crap. And basically what happened was I was running Facebook ads of $5 PPE ads. I'd run like 10 of them or 20 of them in a day. So I was spending like $50 or $100 a day on these ads, just PPE, and each one was $5. Are we here? Okay, I hope you guys are still here. You guys still here? Yeah, my stream crashed. Oh no. Okay, I don't know what happened there. That's kind of weird. Good, I'm glad you guys didn't leave. That was almost horrific. So now there's going to be 2 streams uploaded to my channel, which kind of sucks, but it's whatever. So basically, what was I talking about? Also, thank you for the compliments. That's very sweet of you. Let's go ahead and go back up to the questions and see what I missed. Wow. Okay, so how much do you spend per ad set for your daily budget? PPE, when you're testing, $5 a day is what I would highly recommend. You get a very good feel. When you switch over to conversions, there's no like specific amount that you're going to spend per ad set per day. However, when you're doing conversion ads, you need to make sure you're getting at least 50 conversions per week. So test with your budgets and make sure that you're getting at least 50 conversions per week. Otherwise, your ad's not going to optimize. Planning to get my first shout out on Instagram this Friday. Okay, this is something that you really want to put a lot of work into, and just don't kind of like throw up an ad. So there's a few things you really want to focus on. Make sure the influencer is legitimate. You want to make sure that they're getting very, very good engagement with their posts in relation to their follower count and all that stuff. You want to make sure that your ad design is really good. I actually have a very popular video on my channel that's about designing an Instagram influencer post. You want to make sure your design is fantastic. Also, just make sure that the general of the Instagram influencer is the type of people that would purchase from you. And also make sure that the influencer that you're posting on isn't something that isn't a account that shows a ton of ads. Otherwise, the followers of that account are really not going to be happy, and they're not going to convert that well because they see ads all the damn time, right? And also, lol, when you first start testing your product, what is the average cost per link click in the beginning, and what does it go down to? I can't tell you that right off the bat because I don't really remember. Generally, the cost per link click was really, really low for me. I have a very passionate niche, and it doesn't end up dropping too much when it optimizes, but it starts off generally, I mean, like $1 or $2, and then drops down to about like 20-30 cents, around that range. I wish I could tell you better. Also, lol, when you first start testing your product, oh, I already answered that. Okay. What do you think about using engagement groups for your store Instagram account? I love engagement groups. I'm not in any, but they are really, really great for growing your account, and I'm definitely going to consider joining one soon because they're just awesome. They really, really boost your growth. Definitely consider joining engagement groups for Instagram. My live stream is going to be up forever, so you can go back and watch it whenever you want. Every live stream that I ever have is going to be up forever. Compliments, thank you. Okay, how do you compete with well-established competition? Basically, you don't think of it as competition. So when you're drop shipping, yeah, there's going to be a ton of people selling the same products. However, as long as you just target, you could even, you could target the same people, the exact same people, same product. If you make your website look better, if you make your advertisement a little bit more alluring, you can blow them all out of the water. I could jump into a niche right now. Like, what's a super saturated niche? Let's just say like the dog niche, right? Very, very saturated. I could jump into it right now, throw up a, okay, I'll go a different route. I'll jump into it, throw up a unique product that not many people are selling, and succeed because I know how to structure my advertisements. I know how to make a very alluring product picture, and I know how to make a very high converting website. So really, you just got to make things look good. It doesn't matter how much competition is out there. It will lower the amount of sales you're getting. That's just the way things work. But it doesn't mean that it's going to drive you entirely out of business, and it's going to prevent you from actually making a profitable business. It doesn't mean it at all. It just means you got to step your game up a little bit. But you can go straight from the bottom to the top just like that as long as you put in the work. Can you do a personal store review for me? So I'm assuming you weren't in my stream when I said this. I'm going to be doing my next live stream in a couple of days at 7 p.m. Eastern time on store reviews. I'm going to be reviewing subscribers' stores. It's going to be super, super fun. So make sure you join that live stream. That's the only time I'm going to be doing store reviews unless you are in, unless you purchase my course or you're in my paid membership Facebook group, just because they take up so much time. But this is a way to get it for free. So definitely join in on that. Follow my Instagram. It's in the description of this video. It's Zachary_Inman. Go ahead and follow that, and I'll post on my story when I am going to start live streaming. How can I find whether a product is oversold? Great question. I was just making sure I didn't get any more comments. Okay. So how can I find whether a product is oversold? This is great. Basically, there's two ways that you can do this. First of all, you can go onto AliExpress, and if you scroll way down, you can actually see order details. And what these order details are going to tell you is it's going to give you a short snippet of the person's name that bought it, their country, when they bought it, and how many they ordered. And if you see the same snippet of the person's name ordering multiple items throughout multiple days, that means it's being drop shipped. And if you see multiple of these people doing that, then that means it's something that's being drop shipped a lot. And additionally, what you can do is you can just reverse image search the image on Google and go ahead and scroll down and see all the different websites that are using that product picture on their product pages. And if there's a lot of websites selling the same product, then that means that it's a very saturated product. But this doesn't mean that you shouldn't sell the product. It just means there's a lot of competition, so you need to step your game up and make sure you're selling it really well. Is it better to do print on demand instead of drop shipping? Nothing's really better. I like print on demand for the fact that it's unique if you're doing like unique designs, because drop shipping you're selling like the same products, but there's really not one's better than the other. When you're running video ads, does it matter that you write for the ad copy since it's a video? Yeah, it definitely does matter. I would recommend that you do get some good video copy or some good ad copy on there, because you still want to kind of entice people into it, because that's the first words that they're going to see, but it isn't as important. But yeah, you want to make sure that it's not just like you mashing your hands on the keyboard. You want to make it a little bit enticing. Will lookalike audience for Facebook for general store be worse than lookalike audience for niche store? It seems you'd be too spread out. If I was being very, very general, yeah, it would be a little bit worse because it's a very broad range of people. This is why I recommend selling items that are loosely related, like a general beauty store, on top of just like a general store that just sells trendy items and that's it. Now, when you have a lookalike audience, it's going to give you a population of about 2.1 million people. You can actually go in and you can refine these. So say you have a general store and you sell like drones, beauty supplies, and what's something else, like dog collars, right? And you want to put up an ad for drones. Well, you can get this lookalike audience, 2.1 million people, go into the ad targeting, and then you can actually target within that lookalike audience drones. And then that'll bring it down to about like 200, 300,000 people, and boom, there you go. There's targeting within your lookalike audience. So it's really not that bad. I do think just in general, niche lookalike audiences will perform a little bit better, but it's not that big of a deal. So if we submit the first store review in that stream, will we be the first to get reviewed? Most likely, yeah. So make sure you get there fast, right? I'm just gonna go, I probably won't be able to review every store because each store review is gonna be like 10 minutes long, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna really try to get everyone. Do you know of good software for video ads? So there's a lot of good free software out there. I actually use Sony Vegas Pro 13. Great program. I absolutely love it. If you do really want to get into making video ads, I'd highly recommend getting a professional software. I'm not really sure about, yeah, Richard Gao. Vegas Pro, fantastic software. You can pirate it. I totally did not pirate it. It's great, but there are definitely some free softwares out there. There's so many options, even more so today than there were like a couple years ago. So you can find some, but if you do want to get professional with things and really get serious, I would recommend getting a more professional software. I use Spark, but I think Premiere is legit. Okay, Spark is something to look into. That's great. Thank you for that, Michael Y. Premiere is definitely really good as well. Yeah. I love video ads. You can do so much in them, and they don't even have to be long. They can be like 20 seconds, but they can get a lot across in that time. So consider it. All right, Richard, you didn't have to type it out. Now the FBI is knocking on my door. If you're just joining the stream, hello. I have a few announcements for you. I'm going to say these again as I wait for more questions to pile up. I'm going to go ahead and put the link to my Instagram in the comments of this video right now. I'm going to point to it. Instagram. Additionally, check out the links in my description of this video. So I have a link to my course is the first link. You can go ahead and look at that. Bunch of information on that. If you want to join my free Facebook mastermind group that I just made, you want to be the first ones in there, that's the third link on there. Go ahead and look at that. Wire course cost. Oh, good question. Okay, Chad is, I'll help you. Definitely join that. It just means that people aren't really driven to purchase. it might have been the free. If you're doing free plus shipping, that's definitely going to have a lot of add to carts and no sales, but whatever. Serdulika, I'm sorry if I butchered your name right there. It's actually a really, really cool name. Why does your course cost if you are doing great with drop shipping? That's a great question. And the reason behind that is because it took a lot of time for me to make. First of all, it took me a month of several hours a day of writing, recording, editing, researching, all this stuff. So that itself took a long time to make. Additionally, I said this earlier on in the stream, and I want to be totally transparent with you guys. I'm transitioning more from drop shipping now to YouTube because of the fact that I just want to, I don't know, I really enjoy teaching. I love talking, I love interacting with people. It's awesome. So I definitely, I mean, and also for, I'm gonna try and collect my thoughts here. Okay, so first of all, I'm more transitioning. I'm still always going to be doing drop shipping because that's how you stay on top of the game. If you drop ship and then think you can teach people about it 3 years later, you're totally wrong. Things change all the time, so I'm never just stopping drop shipping, right? But I am transitioning more into YouTube because I do like more of the educational route over the just like kind of sit in my room and do it by myself route, right? Additionally, I'm charging because of the fact that, first of all, people are willing to pay, right? If you are in business, you know that you always have to take some kind of opportunity to make money. As a college kid, definitely making money is very, very important. I have school payments, I have to pay off tuition, all this stuff. So it's really, really hard for me to make a bunch of information that's simply free when my time is very, very limited in the like freedom aspect. So that's really why it costs money. I don't know. And every other guru charges for it. I don't know. If you don't want to pay the course. So additionally, so the reason why people pay money for a course, and I said this earlier on in the stream, but I'll say it again, is because of the fact that they really, really like the way that the guru talks and knows about the topic and presents the information, right? So when people buy my course, it's because they really like the way that I go about saying things. And then additionally, they buy the course for the what's the word I'm looking for the just the ease of use. I can't think of the word right now. Wow, my mind is totally running blank. But it collects all of the information that you need to make a good business into one section. So yeah, I'm not withholding information from you guys. I'm putting it all on my YouTube channel. But if you want a very condensed look at all of the information that I have, and it's all put into one place, very easy to digest, that's what the course is for. So that's why it costs money. People are willing to pay it, people pay it, and people are absolutely loving it. So that's why I do it. Okay. Let's see. Would it be better if we send customers to a sales funny landing page instead of Shopify product page? It really depends on what product you're selling, right? So I sell a product that has a lot of similar products on my website. So I really benefit from having a Shopify store because of the fact that people like to add this product and then go on and add other products. Now, if you're selling a single hot item, and a lot of general stores do this, it's great to have a more sales funnel type thing. And I've said this a few times in the stream already, but like infomercials do this. If you go to the Flex Tape website, I'm sure you've seen the infomercial for it. They have kind of like a sales funnel where they say like all the benefits of blah, 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 and then boom, product purchasing, all on like one single page. And this is great for more of the trendy products. So it really depends on what you're trying to go for with your website. Okay. Oh yeah, also, Michael Y, good points you are making. Thank you. You're saying that well. What do you think about putting your store's logo on the package for AliExpress? I think it's great. If you contact suppliers, they'll generally be willing to do this for you for very, very cheap. Some suppliers don't offer this service at all, but some of them absolutely do this for like 25 cents per package. I think it's awesome. Personally, what I do is, I'm not going to show my business card, but I include this little card in my orders. And basically what it is it's like my whole branding, it's my logo, my company and everything. Or like, thank you so much for purchasing. Yeah, I say thank you so much for your order. We hope you love it as much as we do. Use code another one for 10% off your next order, and then I do my website and my email down below. That's a way to keep it very branded as well. But if you want to put it on the product packaging, I think it's great. You're really only going to benefit from it, and it's ridiculously cheap. So look into that. Have you been doing FBA or planning to, and what's your opinion for FBA versus drop shipping? So I've messed around with FBA, and really it's funny. My dad, I have actually gotten into drop shipping, and he does largely FBA is a lot of his sales. And he does FBA because of the fact that he actually sells primarily in Mexico. And if you're trying to ship to Mexico, their customs is terrible. So what he does to be able to get very, very good shipments into Mexico is he simply just ships a huge bulk order of his stuff into the Amazon fulfillment center and then sells through there. And then what happens is people either buy through Amazon or through his store in Mexico. And even if they buy through Amazon, of course, Amazon's going to fulfill through them. But if they buy through his store and they're in Mexico, he'll just buy it through Amazon and then ship it to them anyway through Amazon when they purchase through his store. So it's great. That's really the only experience I've had. I haven't actually dealt much with FBA. I think it's a great business. It's very saturated, but if you know what you're doing, I would highly recommend getting into it because it's wildly profitable. I mean, it's Amazon. It's not going to die out anytime soon. It's an absolute powerhouse. So Amazon FBA, definitely awesome thing to get into. How do you handle the no invoice from AliExpress for accounting purposes? That's a great question, and that's something that is kind of annoying, but basically all that I do is I know the I mean, you're not going to get as detailed with your accounting as you would if you were to just get like straight invoices. But basically every time that I get an order, it's noted on how much the product is, like how many I get of each product and whatnot. And through that, at the end of things, I'm just able to see how much money I put into products and then how much profit I made and all that stuff. So it's really, you have to be proactive if you do want this information on hand of going through, finding out the product costs, and then kind of doing the math of, oh, I sold this many products and they're this much dollars. That means I spent this much on this and this much on this, and then add that all together. It's a real pain, but it's really not that bad once you get into the swing of things, get a good spreadsheet of all your orders going. It's not that bad. Okay. When you give discounts for the abandoned cart customers, how do you avoid customers purposefully abandoning carts every time just to get discounts? Basically, so that's a good question, and I was concerned about this when I started, but it's actually funny because nobody does this. I've literally had no customers purposefully abandon carts just to get discounts, right? Nobody's ever done this. I'm sure people do this, but if they do, it doesn't matter, right? You're still making money off of them. If you're giving discounts to where you're hardly making money or losing money, you're doing it wrong. But say you have a funnel of your email recovery that's like you give 20% and then 30% and finally 40%. Okay, you give them a 40% discount and they think they're cheating the system, but you're still making sales, right? I actually prefer if people actually kind of like think they discover this hack and then get into it, right? That's awesome. And that's just a great way to make money. I actually encourage it. Do you recommend any books to help out with marketing and learning customer demographics? So I'm not really sure about marketing and customer demographics just in general. Now, I do have a few books that I would highly recommend, and I haven't read through all of them. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, but there are some good books out there. However, what I have is a few. Let me move my whiteboard. Let me put this over here. Okay, so first book, Pitch Anything. This is by Oren Klaff. This is a great book. I would highly recommend reading this. It's an innovative method for presenting, persuading, and winning the deal. This is a great way to kind of get in the mindset of marketing. And while this is largely talking in the form of like business pitches and kind of standing in front of people, a lot of the same topics and ideas still carry over into online marketing. And I actually found I benefited a lot from this book, which is pretty nice. Real quick, is Sebastian Gugugu a scammer? I don't think he's a scammer. I think he actually does make money from drop shipping. He looks like he knows what he's talking about. He's a pretty humble guy. But once again, he's making most of his money through his course. So if he's saying, oh, I'm making a crap ton of money, look at my car, look at all this wealth, it's largely through YouTube, right? And if I ever do get to that point, I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys that, you know, I didn't get all my wealth through dropshipping. I mean, right now, all the money I have, yeah, is through dropshipping. But as I transition more over to the YouTube aspect of things from dropshipping, yeah, you're going to be making the money through that if you do blow up. So the lifestyle that he's presenting is 95% brought to you by his course and his YouTube ads and all that stuff, but I still think he does know what he's talking about. He's definitely not the worst out there by far. Yeah, Michael Y, that's a succinct way to put it. So Pitch Anything, great book right here. I'd highly recommend it. Additionally, I have this book over here that I started to read into and that I've had a lot of friends read, and they actually really, really like it. And it's a doozy of a book, but it's called Thinking Fast and Slow. And basically, it's like a self-help book in a way, but it really gets you thinking in a different way. It's kind of like, you know how when you just think about something in general. See you, Richard. It's nice having you here. When you're thinking about something in general, you have a very basic mindset that you're always going to kind of transition into, and this is what you use basically whenever you're thinking about something. This book definitely promotes you thinking more critically about things. What?
Still going.
Yeah, it's a long. I'm over 2 hours now. This book definitely pushes more towards you thinking, I mean, really the title, Thinking Fast and Slow. So the fast is more of like your primal, oh, okay, this is what I'm going to go about. And then slow is thinking more critically about things. And this is a super, super succinct way to sum up the book. I mean, you can see how thick it is right here. There's a ton of pages, but it's really, really interesting. And once you're done with it, you're going to, I mean, I'm not done with it, but it's really going to kind of shift the way you look at things. There's 400 pages, and then there's a full appendix, so a lot going on in this book. But those are some books that I would recommend. They're pretty awesome. There's a bunch out there that definitely are more specific. Oren's book was called what? What do you mean? Oh, Oren Claff. It's called Pitch Anything. Great book. Highly recommend it. I got these all on Amazon, by the way, so they're all easy to get. Okay. If I may ask, how many store do you have, and what niche do you use VA to manage all store? If yes. Lots of questions, but I like it. Okay. So right now I have one store that I'm really focusing on. Okay. I'm like a digital marketer for a, like a friend, acquaintance. Their entire like brick and mortar store, I'm like their social media guy for that, so I kind of work on that. My dad has his own store, and I kind of work side by side with him on that. And I've had a few other stores in the past that I've either sold off or transitioned out of, but right now I really focus on one store. I keep things pretty low, so I don't have a virtual assistant. I handle everything myself, and I think that answered all the questions. How to deal with long shipping times. Michael, you're welcome for the books. I have more books if you want more recommendations. Got a little arsenal right here, and I think all of them are really, really nice. I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't read them all, but I really need to find the time to. How to deal with long shipping times. You need to be honest with them. So I don't know if you're shipping places that offer e-packet. Yeah, Michael, I'll get right to you with those recommendations after this. I don't know if you're shipping e-packet or what, but you need to be straight up honest. Make sure on every single product page you say, hey, shipping times will take around 3 to 4 weeks. And I mean, that's what I do with mine, right? Every single product page I say, hey, estimated shipping times are about 2 to 3 weeks, please be patient. I have hardly any customers complain. If they do complain, I provide them with a tracking number. If they're still complaining, I'll be like, hey, wait about a week. If it doesn't get to you, I'll refund you entirely. If they're still angry after that, which I've had maybe one get to this point, I refund them. That's it. But just be straight up honest with them, okay? If you're shipping to a place that doesn't have e-packet, if it's AliExpress standard shipping, it's not going to be good. Really try and find places with e-packet or at least some kind of faster shipping than just the standard AliExpress shipping. 4 Hour Workweek is a decent book. Now I haven't read it entirely, but from what I have seen, it's all right. I wouldn't take it as like the Bible. It does have some very, very helpful nuggets of information in it, but you know, it has its problems. Just, you know, don't take it at face value. Kind of look into it for the deeper meaning behind things and potentially use some of the nuggets of information on your life. Okay. How do I spot a good supplier? On AliExpress, really just look into the products that they're selling. If the product that you're looking at is pretty unpopular, then look at their most popular products. Generally, they're going to have some very popular products on their store. Look at those, see their ratings. If their popular products are very good, that means that their less popular products are still probably good quality. Just look at their rating, how long they've been around, how many orders, all this stuff, and really just kind of accumulate that and use your common sense to see if you would buy from them or not. Cool. So more books. Let's go ahead and let me talk about the ones that I actually know. Oh, this is a cool one. So Procrastinate on Purpose. This is a very interesting book, and this guy actually did I believe it was a TED Talk, or a TEDx talk, one of those two. But it's a very, very interesting book. And once again, kind of like Thinking Fast and Slow, Fresh Prince, cool, good job. It really changes your mindset of how you approach things. So if I just read the back, because they do the absolute best. Tasks, yeah, go ahead, and the third link in the description of this video, I have a free Facebook mastermind group. Go ahead and join that. You can ask questions in there. I'll pop in there sometimes, and anyone else in the group will help you out too. Or just post in the comments of my videos and I'll help you out. And Procrastinate on Purpose, great book. I'll read from the back. Do you feel like you're busier than ever, yet never caught up? You're not alone. And Procrastinate on Purpose, self-discipline strategist Rory Vaden presents a new, bold approach for getting things done. Instead of one more calendar, checklist, or gadget, he reveals the 5 permissions we grant ourselves in order to achieve better results. And then some of the permissions are like identifying your most significant priorities in business and in life, and really like pushing your time towards those, which I think is a great thing. And as a college kid, this is definitely something that's super, super important, because I'm a full-time student. I'm getting an internship this summer. I've got my businesses like my YouTube and my dropshipping that I'm working on, then I have a personal life I have to maintain. It's a lot going on. So making sure you really manage your time well is something that's super, super important. So you can create more time to do the things you love without sacrificing results, which is great, because people are like, oh, I have to not go out if I want to work on this. But really, if you dedicate enough time, and I can rant about this just myself, you can really do everything that you want to do and even more. Say no to the things that don't matter and yes to the things that do. It's just growing a pair of balls. This is a great thing to do. Implement systems that give you more time tomorrow than you have today. Systems are great to have in place. A lot of people fail because they try and implement these new things and then they don't follow through with it, or they try and they don't see results right away and then just quit, which sucks. Stick to things. If I had quit drop shipping within 3 months, I would have never seen the success and the knowledge that I see today. And then gain control and inner peace by adopting the multiplier mindset. So really interesting book. If you do feel that you struggle with some time management, this is a really interesting read, and I really think that you would benefit a lot from it. Another book that I would recommend, let me see if I have any questions. Thank you. Dropshipping in Europe is lit. Like, people buy so much stuff and they're not even bombarded with ads. Yeah, Europe. Everywhere but the US are great to advertise in. The competition is so much smaller. My dad, his store only advertises in Mexico because nobody advertises there, and he found a way to ship to the Amazon warehouse to get their shipping in 2 days instead of like the normal 6-7 weeks that's normal for Mexico, and he dominates because there's no competition down there. So if you can get to these countries that nobody's advertising in, you may potentially see a lot of success. What is the best online business for you except drop shipping, print on demand? Best online business, affiliate marketing is great. I've never really gotten into it, but it's like the potential for the many different routes you can take with it are so nice. Just general blog posting with some affiliate links or advertisements on there is great if you know how to rank with SEO and if you're knowledgeable about a topic. A YouTube channel about something has a lot of potential. You can try to be an Instagram influencer. You can make an Instagram influencer page and then have people pay you for shout outs. Bunch of different ways out there, right? Freelancing, if you're skilled with a skill, there you go. Let's see. I can't install the trust seal in my store. I just put a screenshot and paste it in the description. What do you think? Yeah, that's fine. I actually did that for a little while. Actually, it says video output low and I'm buffering. If you can hear me, type a 2. I want to make sure that you guys are still here. Because I'm on my apartment Wi-Fi and this thing kind of sucks. So type a 2 if you're still here. And then I'll start talking again. Because I want to make sure it's not like screwing up. Alright, badass. Okay, great. So, let's go over to back to the question. Trust seal in my store. Yeah, so what I did for a long time was I just had a picture and I pasted it in the description. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I installed it on my theme's code so that it automatically shows up on every single product page, which I think is great. It's way less effort, but just pasting it onto your description, I did that for the first year. There's nothing wrong with that. Do you limit countries based on ePacket? So I really only advertise to the US, largely because most of the items that I'm shipping are like self-fulfilled. Like I have my own little fulfillment center right here. This is just one of the products that I fulfill from home. So I want to only ship from in the US because I'm in the US and that's where I'm shipping from. So that's really what I limit to. Also the ePacket thing is really nice to have. You don't have to, but that's what I do. I can afford to be picky because my audience performs really well in the US. Okay. How much do you spend every day normally for all ads? When I was running my PPE ad strategy, which I really tried to switch out of it. I really tried to go to conversion only. How much would I spend? I spent about $60 a day with that, and make around at least $100 profit a day off of that profit. So I'd get like 150 in revenue at least, which was really nice. I really enjoyed that. 60 was the max though. I'd eventually bring it down to like 40 and it wouldn't really impact my revenue. Now if I were to be running conversion ads, I'd probably be seeing several $100s a day in ads. Just because of the fact that that's really what you need to have if you want really good conversion rates and really good optimization on the ads. But for me, at my peak, I was running $60 a day using my kamikaze ad strategy, which was kind of bizarre. Okay. Foreign advertising. Is it smart to run PPE test ads to other countries first and then see the results you get from that? Yeah, always split test. If you're unsure about a country, definitely run a separate ad for them and see how they react. Try out either their, try English or their personal language if they speak anything other than English. Just try it out. Definitely don't just throw them into an ad and hope that they work. You want to make sure that you're actually spending your money well by advertising to this country. I'm from Hungary and I've been working on my store for almost 3 months now. I'll be ready in a few days to open my doors and to AdWords PPC to test the water out. Regulations in EU is just insane. Is it? I wouldn't know. I'm in the US and I haven't heard too much about EU regulations, but that sounds kind of awful. 3 months, man, that is a long time. That is a very good job. I really hope that you succeed. That's a lot more effort than a lot of people do. And if you are knowledgeable about AdWords, you've got a lot of potential. AdWords really isn't that hard, but it's a lot less beginner friendly than Facebook. So good luck. I'm interested. Keep me posted on how you do. Hey, is Facebook post boost? Yes, don't boost a post. Make a separate ad. Boosting is how Facebook milks money out of people that don't know how Facebook ads work. Don't boost a post, okay? Go in, create an ad, and you can use an existing post within the ad creation, okay? So boosting is, you don't even need to do that, right? It's absolutely terrible. For non-US, please give name of good US fulfillment center. I don't really have one. Good US fulfillment center. Yeah, I don't really have one in mind. Basically, shipping from US is simply me just ordering the products myself. So I don't necessarily have a US fulfillment center. Now, through AliExpress, you can simply order items through ones that are only fulfillable through the US, which is great. It's a great thing to have if you only want to ship from within the US. But yeah, I'm not really sure, but there definitely are some ones out there. You just have to do a little bit of research. Okay. Printful has a word. Yeah, Printful, if you are doing print on demand, then do that. But I think Tess meant more so the fact that like just actual shipping items from here. There's not that many good ones. You're probably going to be better off working with individual manufacturers and putting them on your website and drop shipping through them than finding like a US based fulfillment center, kind of like AliExpress, because you're really not going to find one like that. Or US based website, AliExpress, and just like a center. And yeah, man, I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours. Guys, I think I'm about to end the stream. Seeing a little conversation going on in the comments. Yeah, I think I'm about to end the stream soon. This was really, really fun. I'm excited to do more of these. I'm really excited to do a store review stream, which will be in a few days. So let me just give you guys a little bit more information in case you joined kind of late or you never got it. So there's a few things I want you to do. First of all, if you're really interested in, first of all, me as a person or when I'm going to be streaming, go ahead and follow my Instagram account. It's the last link in the description, and it's also, I'm going to put it right in the comments right here. It's Zachary_Inman. So I put that in the comments. Additionally, check out my mastermind Facebook group. I'm actually going to go ahead and copy it and paste that in the comments as well. Join this. It's entirely free. You guys can interact with anybody that is just anybody that joins the group. I'll pop in there occasionally, give you some insight, give you some cool little exclusive things, whatever. And I'll also post in there when I'm going to live stream, so do that as well. It will not be ridiculous if customers get a box from Amazon. They don't question it as long as they get the item. Good question, Tess, but yeah, they don't really care. And if you are interested in my course, if you do like what I'm saying, I talk exactly like this in my course. So if you think that might be a good option for you to learn, go ahead and check that out. That's the first link in, is the page not available? Uh-oh. Hold on. I'm gonna get this for you. Crap, I put a broken link in my description. That's terrible. Let me go ahead and get this for you. People are finding it though, so that's at least good. Okay, it's right here. I'm going to post it right now. Okay. Oh, all my comments are coming back in. Gross. Okay. So my chat is screwing up right now, and it's not updated to the last thing, so sorry about that. There's the link to the group if you want to go ahead and join that. Guys, I'm going to end the stream right here because things are going absolutely hectic. 2.5 hours. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed and you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I upload videos every single day, and I'm going to see you guys around. Thank you so much for being part of me getting 1,000 subscribers and my first ever live stream. Super exciting. And yeah, have a good day, guys.